This is your home for the Cardinals. Eudora Sports Live.
Van Dong in motion. The give is to Moody. Moody ducks down and dives in. He's standing over the ball. He's going to take it quickly. Looking across the field, and he's got it! It's Jude Whalen. And now Addy Hephill puts it away for the Cards. They'll take a 2-set lead. Hendrickson in motion, give to Duncan. Duncan, and he trucks the safety. Is he in?
It's time for the Cardinals on your home for Eudora High School Athletics. Eudora Sports Live.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome in here to the Fort Scott Community College pregame show, and welcome to Tonganoxie, Kansas. We are here in the main gym today for the Tonganoxie Invitational. We've got the girls' third place game followed by the boys' championship game, which we should recap how we've got here because we didn't get to broadcast the previous two games with everything being rescheduled because of impending serious weather. I'm sure everybody has had something get canceled that's going to be going on tomorrow and in this weekend. But yes, so there was going to be a 3-day tournament. It started to a 2-day tournament, which means these two teams that are about to play will have played about 5 hours ago. They played to get to this third place game, but it will be the Lady Cards taking on the Olathe East Hawks. So looking at what happened to get here, the Lady Cards did lose to St. James Academy, the same team that beat them last year in the championship game here in Tonganoxie. This time they met in the semifinal round, and that's 4-seed St. James knocked off the 1-seeded Cardinals. 56-45 was the final score there. It was a 2-point game at halftime, but the Thunder did end up pulling away at the end of that one. So that means for the Lady Cards, their only 2 losses this year have been in tournaments. They also lost. They finished runner-ups in the Rock Creek tournament, losing to Silver Lake. That was a pretty sizable defeat that they took there. But otherwise, they are undefeated, and that was the story last year. They went undefeated in the Frontier League. They are undefeated right now within Frontier League play, but another tournament defeat has caught them here, so they are in the third place game, fighting for a proverbial bronze medal here against Olathe East Hawks, and it'll be Kevin McAvoy alongside myself, Reed McAvoy. What do you got, Kevin?
And so Reed, you were telling me that the Lady Hawks out of East Olathe had an unusual pathway here. Their first game was canceled. The team unable to travel out for the tournament, and so they've only played a single match so far, where the Lady Cardinals have already gotten 1 so far today and 2 so far for the tournament.
Yes, it is an interesting route to get here. This is going to be the Cards taking on a 7-seed here in the tournament because they got a bye week. I keep saying a bye week, a bye round. What would have been them playing against a 2-seeded opponent. That team could not end up making it here, so they got a first-round bye, and then they lost to the hosts, Tonganoxie, 56-38. Again, about 5 hours ago, that game took place, and they've actually lost their last 5 games coming into this one. So the history on this season and on this tournament itself would favor the Cardinals here to get a good victory, but the game has to be played, and it was actually a close game for a while with them against Tonganoxie. In the end, the Chieftains pulled away by the end of that one, but this is no pushover team just because they are 7-seed and they're on a losing streak. That I'm sure will make them come in wanting it even more, and the Cards will also want to prove something here, at least come out with a finish on the podium in this tournament, despite not being able to get into the championship game where they did come in as the 1-seed here.
Always prefer to end your series on a win if you can arrange it.
Yeah, and then for the boys' side of things, just so you know what's coming up here, they are in the championship game. They are the defending champions, and they have a chance to repeat, which I was trying to find. I was trying to talk to people here at Tonganoxie if we have concrete when the last time that happened. There's not great records for when it was kept, but it sounds like the last time it happened was Eudora a little over a decade ago, 14-15 and 15-16. That's not an official stat, but that was the information that I had. They said I think it might have been Eudora last time they did it.
And even their opponent is also a repeat. Is that true?
They will be playing Atchison, the same team that they beat in the championship game, and we can get into more specifics on the numbers of all of that, but it is a repeat for a team that they beat, and they beat them comfortably last year, which was much to our surprise on the broadcast. They got a comfortable victory over 2-seeded Atchison. This year it's 1-seeded Atchison. But But yeah, so they did get the win over 2-seed Metro Academy. The 3-seeded boys team is in the championship game. That'll be on this same broadcast. You can stay right here. But this first game that we've got is the girls' third place game. We'll go ahead and take a first break here from our Fort Scott Community College pregame show. And when we're back, we can get a little more analysis on this girls' matchup. But keep it here on Eudora Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
All right, back on our Fort Scott Community College pregame show. I realized I forgot to do our live read. You belong at Fort Scott Community College, from nursing to farm and ranch management, John Deere Tech to theater, and so much more, as well as championship caliber athletic programs. You can learn more at fortscott.edu. So the Lady Cards, they come in 9-2. Let me check here on the screen. The Olathe East, they come in 2-8.
Wow.
With they've dropped their last 5. Mentioned that. So going to be an interesting one here for the Cards. They really are favored, but it is, this is going to be an intriguing matchup. Is there anything that you're looking at as we come into this game for how do they perform coming off of a loss, only their second loss this year, right, and against a team of Olathe East that's going to come in hungry?
Well, and we had highlighted some weaknesses in the game, and even after their first win. We'd seen some issues with the free throw shooting, different things like that. So hope to see if they've tightened that up. They should be looking forward to a decent game here. There should be a reasonable expectation of a victory here. And so then this is about performance. It's about putting it down, showing that you can compete, showing that you can win, and that you belong in this space.
Just like you belong at Fort Scott Community College?
Absolutely.
Well, we've also are about 5 minutes away from our opening tip-off, which will be brought to us by Wolf Diagnostic and Automotive. Since 2005, Wolf Diagnostic and Automotive has been keeping Eudora moving. You can find them at 208 East Street. From tune-ups to major repairs, they service all makes and models with honesty and care. Call 785-542-5152 today, and Wolf Diagnostic will get you back on the road quickly. You can see your Lady Cards are warming up here within the gym. They will also, after the game, well, I don't know if it's after, they will, after this game, we'll also hear for all tournament nominations and all of those things. And I would hope and expect that we'll see some Lady Cards receiving recognition, just as they did last year with Ava Dye and Bryn Dieterding both making the all-tournament team. In fact, Bryn Dieterding has made it 24 and 25.
Oh, wow.
And Ava Dye made it last year in her freshman season on the all-tournament team. So,
and Bryn is still just a junior this year?
Yep.
All right.
And she has also received her first collegiate offer. I'm blanking on exactly the school, but she's already got an offer. No surprise to hear that she will be playing at the next level. She's a fantastic player for this Cards team, but they are a team made of fantastic players, so we will get to see in action very soon. We will go to one more break here on the Fort Scott Community College pregame show, and we're back. We're getting close to tip-off and the beginning of this game here in Tonganoxie.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
All right, back in one final time, about a minute and a half left up on the clock here. Didn't even mention the weather outside. It is all of 3 degrees out there, but it is great to be hosted by such a fantastic facility. We are in here nice and cozy, and it is going to be a good day for basketball and a good day to end this tournament. So we don't have to deal with whatever it is that's coming on later tonight and tomorrow.
And the snow was supposed to have hit hours ago, and it has not yet arrived.
Why is this not the first time in my life that that's happened? Canceling everything for non-existent snow. Wouldn't be the first time, but it is absolutely frigid outside, if nothing else. So I think it's a good idea that this is going to be the final day for this tournament.
Yeah, the news was saying that they're likely going to cancel school on Monday because it's going to be 10 degrees below with a frostbite warning for kids waiting for the bus.
Can't wait for it to be 55 degrees. So it'll be about to get into our starting lineups here. Let's listen into our PA announcer.
Tonganoxie Invitational Basketball Tournament. Welcome our guests from Eudora and Olathe High Schools. Olathe East. Kansas State High School Activity Association and Tonganoxie High School encourage you to make good sportsmanship a priority at all times. Winning is for a day, sportsmanship is for a lifetime. And now let's meet the starting lineups. For Olathe East, number 3, the 5'9" senior, Cameron Hall. Number 11, the 5'8" junior, Victoria Wertheim. Number 15, the 5'10" senior, Katie LaBeaver. Number 21, a 5'8" senior, Kate Martinez. And number 25, a 5'10" senior, Billy Dermott. And coach for Olathe East, Johanna Hall. And the Eudora Lady Cardinals. Number 5, a 5'9" freshman, Peyton Lewis. Number 10, 5'7" junior, Brent Dierding. Number 12, 5'5" junior, Izzy Brunkow. Number 13, 5'8" sophomore, Ava Dye. And number 31, 5'7" sophomore, Jayla Coulter. Head coach for Eudora is Brandon Parker. Officials for this evening's game, Chuck Loganville, Cody Loganville.
All right, well, just in case you couldn't hear over the old school Chicago Bulls theme song, the starting five for not the visiting team, we're both visiting, for Olathe East. Cameron Hall, Victoria Wertheim, Katie Lefevre, Kaden Martinez, and Millie Dermer. That is 4 seniors in the starting five. For the Cards, Peyton Lewis, Bryn Dieterding, Izzy Brunkow, Ava Dye, Jayla Coulter. No seniors in the starting five for Eudora. The Cards are led by Brandon Parker. The Hawks are led by Johanna Falls. And we will get going here in the Tongi Arena, or the Chieftains Arena rather. And Dye will get the tip, but it will be brought down by Cameron Hall. As we have got going here in this third place game. I want to say thank you to the Tonganoxie crew. We were able to just drop our laptop into their setup. So we've got a very nice view here in the gym. Here is Bryn Dieterding on the quick breakdown court, and already she'll be going to the line for a couple free throws.
In short order, we'll have our first turnover, our first foul, and our first shot.
Dieterding in the game that we saw went 1 for 4 from the free throw line, which is very uncharacteristic for her. And she will miss the first one here as well. Does get the second one to go, so the first point of the game will go to Bryn Dieterding.
And the full court press is on.
I want to again say thank you to the Tongi crew, Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan. And also thank you to you viewers for dealing with the fact that we couldn't get those morning games for you. But we are here for these tournament conclusions for the Cards. Dye in the paint, goes up, no good. Dye in the paint, that's fine. The defense for the Cards, relentless, always putting high pressure. Izzy Brunkow at the forefront of that, along with Ava Dye, who did get a hand to the ball but couldn't take it away, but Lewis will snatch the rebound. Pass to Dye, drives in, shoots and scores. She's got the first field goal today. So a year after this Lady Cards team finished runners-up here in the third place game, lost to the same opponent, St. James Academy, the Thunder. This will be a foul on the floor against the Cards. Peyton Lewis gets hit with the first for Eudora. Substitution here for the Hawks. Bonnie Birch goes in for Victoria Wertheim. The lone junior Wertheim in the starting five gets replaced by a sophomore. This is Lefevre, and now finds Birch off the bench. Back to Lefevre, trying to work into the paint, off the glass, and it's good. That was a decent job there of trying to get that short range shot. That's typically something, as Dye goes down a little hard there, typically something for teams, if that's how they're going to try and attack, it's not going to go well for you against Eudora if you feel that you need to get into the paint. But right on the edge of the paint and able to convert there was Katie Lefevre for the Hawks' first basket.
Well, reading the warm-ups, I did not see many dangerous outside shooters for Olathe East. So they're going to be looking to move the ball inside, which is tricky against this Lady Cards defense.
Dye's going to draw a shooting foul. She will go to the line. Second team foul against Olathe East.
As we mentioned coming in, the free throw shooting has not been the strong suit in this tournament for the ladies.
Yeah, which typically it really is something they are very effective at. They're at least shooting 50% thus far. Die with 3 of the Cardinals' 4 points.
Their turnover. That smothering defense definitely working for the Lady Cards.
Couple minutes into this first quarter, bit of a slow start for both sides. Hayden Lewis looking for the 3 off the back of the rim, and the rebound fought for it, taken by Dye. Now in the paint, finds Coulter, and oh my, she's taken down hard. She will go to the line. 3 fouls from the Hawks, all shooting fouls. That's a second one against Yasmin Osman.
Only been a couple minutes in, they put their team behind it now with the fouls.
Eliana Wadsworth in for the Hawks. Coulter also goes 1 of 2. And that's going to be a foul against Izzy Brunkow, pushing Bonnie Birch to the floor. Second team foul against Eudora. First on Brunkow.
From the coach's perspective, I gotta say, next week when practices resume, I imagine there's gonna be a lot of free throw shooting.
Here's Birch working against Brunkow. Gets a pick, goes in for Lefevre in the paint, able to find some room, couldn't convert, but grabs the rebound. Rare that an opponent finds himself that open in the paint against the Cards, but Lefevre could not take the chance. Feels like both teams might still be a little bit waking up as this game goes on. They've both also played a game only 5 hours ago and yesterday. Well, only yesterday for the Cards, actually. That could factor in. It's Coulter in the corner, drains a 3.
But I think you'll see if the Lady Cards are a little fatigued from the tournament, then what they're going to have to lean on is their really extraordinary shooting capacity. They're going to lean into that, take the shots, like all those threes that they're good at, and build the score up that way.
Correction, that was Ava Dye that drained the 3 from the corner. So the Cards are up 6. Despite the fact that the Cards have played 2 games in the last 2 days, we've seen Olathe East doing all the substitutions thus far. It's a pretty deep bench for the Cards.
Well, we are only 3.5 minutes in, so
that's kind of why I pointed out. It's how early we've seen them making substitutions. It was surprising. Brunkow took her eye off the ball there for a second. Doesn't cost her though. Here is Coulter. Dye turns in the paint, up and scores.
So we have a timeout from the Olathe East.
All right, we'll go ahead and take a quick break as well.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom. And your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
All right, back in here, and I'm going to uncorrect or recorrect myself. It was Jayla Coulter that drained that corner 3. But Ava Dye with the most recent basket does lead the team with 5 points. Out of the Olathe East timeout, we now hit the halfway point of this first quarter. The Cards are up 10-2
Foul against Eudora here.
That's going to be the 4th team foul. Or no, 3rd team foul on the Cards. Coulter hit with her first. We've seen 3 fouls apiece. All 3 from Olathe East have been shooting fouls. 3 from Eudora have all been on the floor. This is Eliana Wadsworth, and she lost the handle, but then Ava Dye also lost it. Driving in there was Jane Pristridge. She could not score. And now we'll see a foul, so the first non-shooting foul committed by the Hawks. Avery Warren is checked in for the Cards. She is taking the place of Izzy Brunkow. Oh, and that one taken away. Maybe a little bit of a loose pass from Coulter, and it's a great finish by Bonnie Birch, taking that one away and tucking it in herself. That was a little Cardinal-esque there.
She can transfer next year.
Lewis loses the handle on it. It's Birch again. She'll be matched up with Ava Dye. She will stop on a dime and put it in. Good run for Bonnie Birch, a good run for the Hawks.
Be interesting to see how her tournament's gone, if she might be one of those considered for an all-tournament team.
Warren in the corner. She was on fire yesterday coming off the bench. She drained, 4 threes that she hit off the bench, but her first one goes no good. She's a commit to go do track at Baker next year, the only senior on this Cardinals team. And that's Lefevre tucking that one away, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point game. Dye, though, will work on rebuilding the lead for the Cards. 7 points for her thus far.
I feel like she's been really dominant in the paint today, kind of almost untouched in some of her attempts.
It's an interesting run that we saw there for Olathe East. The Cardinals were looking a little tired, giving the ball away, and then they were very effective in taking those opportunities they created on offense. Got it all the way back to a 2-point game, but it is now 4-point difference between the teams. Here's Warren. Brunkow's back out there for the Cards. Dye now sits on the bench. Dieterding from way downtown gets it.
It's a Caitlin Clark-esque shot right there.
And there's going to be a travel against the Hawks. Now the Cards might get to rebuild that 8-point lead, go on a run here after the Hawks had closed it tight or brought it close. Brunkow, mid-range shot, off the back, no good. Lefevre brings it down. This really is no pushover team, despite the 7 seed, only the 2 wins on the year, and being on a 5-game losing streak. Really seems like they have come here to play. They are determined to show that they belong in this game, belong in this 3rd place match, despite the fact that they didn't have to face the 2 seed that might have seen them fall to the losers bracket.
So then Eudora commits their first shooting penalty here, and then their next foul will push them into the 1-and-1. So they want to see if they can go these next 96 seconds without giving up any unnecessary fouls here.
Lewis comes in for Coulter. Victoria Wertheim comes in for the Hawks. And Lefevre will go 1 of 2. That's what everybody's doing right now in this game.
It's fashionable.
Brunkow to Lewis. In to Brooks in the paint, a little bit loose for Warren, but she's able to corral it. Dieterding drives, shoots, scores.
Nice left-handed layup there.
So the Cards have rebuilt that 8-point lead. They had it when it was 10-2. Then all of a sudden it became 10-8. Now 17-9, Eudora on top. And there will be a travel there as Kaden Martinez tucked it under her arm like a football.
13 Dye in the game for Eudora.
Dye checks in for Dieterding with the last minute and change. Brunkow. Dye, and now Warren might take the shot. Thought about it, but will opt to move it around. Lewis also dangerous from 3. Brunkow's open in the corner. She'll go for the corner 3 and won't get it, but a great rebound effort by Warren that will, let's see,
stay Cardinal ball.
Create a jump ball. That was an impressive move there by Warren. She came out of nowhere. The 2 Hawks players caught flat-footed there, and it lets the Cards hold on to possession. Brooks. 5-second difference between shot and game clock.
Good thought, trying to get her into the low post, just a little too forceful.
Noticing that game clock wasn't showing you the first digit, the amount of seconds remaining. Now the shot clock is off after that possession went empty for the Cards. Caden Martinez, Eliana Wadsworth, and now Bonnie Birch. Here's Lefevre, wants a 3. Oh, just doesn't get it. And then Warren brings down the rebound, but there's a foul on the floor. That'll be a 5th team foul either way. And it is against Olathe East, so to the line will go Avery Warren, and the Cards go into the bonus for the last 11 seconds.
Warren to the line.
And a half. 11 and a half seconds.
See if that matters.
Seems unlikely.
If the trends continue, she'll miss the next one. But if there's anyone that could break a trend, it's Avery Warren. And she does just that, and pushes the Cardinals' lead to double digits for the first time.
Lady Cards need to be careful here, not give up any unnecessary foul.
Driving, and it will be a foul there, so the 5th team foul, and Olathe East will also go into the bonus. It was a shooting foul regardless, but with 2.1 to go in this first quarter, both teams go into the bonus. Millie Dermer gets the first one. Does not get the second. Dye brings it down. Not going to be enough time to get anything else off. So it will be 19-10. The Cards lead through 1.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
All right, so a 9-point lead for the Cards. We are about to get going on the second quarter. This broadcast, Everything Eudora Sports Live does, is presented by Kansas Insurance. Kansas Insurance believes in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Proudly bringing Eudora Sports Live to Cardinals fans everywhere. The Hawks will begin with the ball. 8 minutes on the clock, and Brunkow immediately gets a hand in on it. Lewis comes away with the ball. She will go up and not get that one to go. An empty possession for the Cards after the steal from Brunkow. It really has not cost the Cardinals very much this season, but that has been something we've seen a lot, where their defense will create opportunity after opportunity, and their offense is only taking some of them, rather than taking all of them, which if they did, they would just run away with probably every game they play. Don't know if that was maybe a contributing factor. Haven't seen stats back from their loss against St. James Academy. Lefevre in the paint here, but double team, maybe even triple team, has to pass out of the paint, or it goes off a teammate's foot. Coulter grabs it, and a foul will be called against Caden Martinez.
Well, when you play a smothering defense, there two things can happen. Either your offense won't capitalize, which has been a recurring issue, or you'll overcommit on the D and then get broken down by an aggressive offense. And I'll be intrigued to see how their game earlier today actually went that way.
Lewis from the corner, a little too much on it. Brunkow rebounds, now trying to find some space to shoot, but she won't be allowed. Cameron Hall in her way, fighting to try and find some room, but Dye can't convert it. The Hawks come down with it. Something, though, Kevin, that I feel is very important to emphasize is this Cardinals team wins games. So, yes, they aren't perfect on converting those opportunities, but they are good enough to win because their defense is just so fantastic.
It really is.
And it's going to almost be a matter of sample size with how many times they are on the fast break. Yeah, some of them are going to go wrong. And if you've got fast break after fast break after fast break, you're going to see it. You know, that's just what their defense creates. But this is a fantastic basketball team for the Lady Cards. It's certainly, we're going to see a jump ball call, certainly good enough within the Frontier League to rack up
Interesting choice
wins
to
and
call
titles.
the referee there, to call that a jump ball. Having it pinned against your opponent's elbow when you leave the ground and come back down, not usually called a jump ball. Sometimes called a travel.
Coulter drives and scores.
Coulter,
Oh, Lefevre grabs that one. Dye's going to get hit with a foul. Plenty of foul calls. Both teams squeaked into the bonus at the end of the first quarter. And now it's one apiece here thus far in the second. This is Birch. Brunkow won't let her pull up for three. Now Lefevre turns into the paint and just couldn't get it to go. She has been very effective, though, in terms of getting into the paint. She's made that look easy, and many teams have failed to make that look easy against this Cards team. Lewis makes that look easy, though, draining her first three today. Another foul call here. Brunkow hit with her second. The Cardinals' fouls have been largely dispersed across their players, but if this rate keeps up, we could certainly see some people enter into foul trouble by the end of this game.
And once again, it's a byproduct of a stingy defense that there's going to be contact, there's going to be fouls.
In the corner, going for that one and draining it is Millie Dermer, the senior. Foul call there favors the Cards. Teams are really going blow for blow with the foul calls. It's two apiece right now. That one converted.
Very creative inbound. Great vision on the part of the young ladies down there.
Dye leading the team with 9 points. Avery Warren will check in for Izzy Brunkow. Lewis is going to get called. That plant foot moving too much there. We've certainly seen a number of empty possessions for the Cards, but you look up at the scoreboard and with 5 to go before halftime, they are already well on their way to what we've deemed their magic number of 50. So that just goes to show they are not the most efficient offensively, but they are certainly great enough, especially with defense like that, as Lewis grabs that one away and then earns a foul.
few teams will excel against a defense this potent.
Dieterding in the corner off the rim. Warren with a fantastic rebound. She has been really good at grabbing boards, but under double team pressure ends up giving it away, and now a foul will go against Eudora.
And quickly they've accumulated 14 fouls.
That's going to be the second one against Peyton Lewis, the lone freshman on this tournament roster. Lefevre gets it taken away by Dye. Dye has Warren, but she will go herself in the triple team and then find Warren. Creative movement creates an opening for Lewis, but she couldn't score, and Warren can't grab the loose ball. Instead, Eliana Wadsworth comes away with it. She leads her team down court, and then it's a giveaway that Lewis comes away with. And is this going to be, they're going to call a double dribble, looked like. I also saw what almost could have been a foul call off the ball.
Martinez into the game for East.
Couple empty possessions apiece there, back and forth. The game's pace picked up for one of the first times so far, where we've seen it being that back and forth and back and forth.
Our score's been static for a few minutes here.
Looking for Lefevre, and Warren fighting hard to try and get a hand to the ball. A whistle will blow. Are they calling Warren for that one? Looks like they are. I think she may have pushed off of Lefevre to try and get up to the ball. Warren hit with her third foul, and Lefevre goes to the line.
Lefevre seems doing a really good job getting into the paint and challenging, she's going to be a problem if the Lady Cards don't figure her out.
Warren will be subbed out. Lefevre gets both of those to go. She leads her team with 7 points. Lewis takes that one herself and gets it.
Nice choice, really nice choice.
She did have Dieterding open on the right, but she felt she could make that shot, and she was exactly right.
Well, when you're unchallenged with a jump shot from the free throw line, you should take that every single time.
This is Dermer going for another three. Got one earlier, but couldn't get that. Lefevre rebounds, works into the paint, finds Dermer, who scores. Great assist by Lefevre, and Dermer now up to 6 points. Even though the Cards have held on to their double-digit lead, as Dieterding will try to add to that, the effectiveness of the Olathe East offense to do what they want to do has been very impressive, because every single time the teams are playing this Lady Cards team, it feels like they're trying to beat them with their left hand. Like they're trying to shoot threes when they don't want to. That's all they can do. They're relying on free throws. This is a team that is finding its way into the paint, creating opportunities. And so even though, yes, they are trailing by 11 at this point, it's impressive to see a team able to do what they want, impose their will on the offensive side of the ball. With the Hawks being in the bonus, the foul sends Wadsworth to the line.
And so what ends up being a foul on a potential offensive rebound for the Lady Cards ends up being a shooting opportunity for the Lady Hawks.
See if Wadsworth can take the second one. She cannot, so 0 for 2. Brooks was hit with the foul. It's her first. Dieterding looking for Coulter, who has to just try and keep it in bounds and ends up giving it away to Bonnie Birch. Floats that one up for Martinez, and there will be a travel call.
11 Wertheim, 23 Prestridge into the game for East.
Three minutes to go before halftime here in the third place game of the Tonganoxie Invitational, the 68th edition. Here is Jayla Coulter, drained a three earlier, but this time drives into the paint. Couldn't convert that one off the glass. Who touched it last? They say Ava Dye got a piece of it, so it will be Olathe East's ball. Looks like shoe may have come untied for Jane Prestridge. Here is Lefevre. She has been their most effective player, also their leading scorer with 7. Nearly gave that one away. Brooks got a hand in on it, and then there's going to be a double dribble called on Birch.
Lefevre is good at a lot of parts of basketball, great vision, good passing. Ball handling, not her strongest ability, but phenomenal player nonetheless. I'll be intrigued to see how a team that's handicapped by one fewer game opportunities will fare in the tournament team awards and things like that.
Lefevre just 4 days ago, as Dye gets that one to go. Is this going to count here, or is it a foul before the shot? Official's going to talk it over. Seemed like this basket should count, but it hasn't been called that way.
They're saying it's on the floor.
They're conferencing here. See if they change the call. They're also maybe trying to identify the foul call. They hit Jane Prestridge with the foul and say that it is on the floor. Let's go to say it was just 4 days ago. Katie Lefevre announced she's committed to Mid-America Nazarene. She will go and play ball there. The senior Dye gets that to go.
Once again, the Lady Hawks are not seeing the inbounds that the Lady Cards are pulling off, and that's to their advantage.
Coulter took an elbow to the face, completely unintentional, but did get hit. But actually, he's going to get hit with a foul as well. So that will send Birch to the line. Dye with her last basket put herself into double digits. She has 11 points. Birch has 4 thus far. This is her first trip to the line. For 2, she goes at the line. There's been a very slow pace to this game, it feels like, and only so much you can expect from teams playing their second game in a day, as Dieterding gets that to go up to 8 points. I'm not sure who it favors more, the way just the pace itself. Obviously, you can see the score and say things are going well for the Cards. But it seems like maybe the Hawks like it to be a little bit slower. The only issue is at this point they need to go on a quick run as well to try and get back into the game. So I suppose for that regard, it does favor the Cards to just sort of keep things where it is. 5 seconds on the shot clock here. Tries to send a prayer up there, does Kaden Martinez, and ends up giving it away. Here is Coulter. Dieterding steps back, so it's a 3, but then a little too wide to the right. Last touched by Prestridge. Going to be 4 substitutions for the Hawks. 1 for the Cards. Lewis goes out. Dye finds it on the inbound and scores.
That's at least 3 times they pulled off that same inbound. And frankly, if it keeps working, keep doing it.
Cards are now doubling up their opponents. And Dye is credited with 13 of those points. Wertheim gets her first points. Dye looking for more, and she will be sent to the line and also get the Cards into the bonus. So both teams have gone into the bonus in both quarters.
And yet no individual players appear to be in foul trouble. They've been very democratic in spreading out their fouls.
Avery Warren has 3. I think that's the only player with more than 2. That one was called on Lefevre, who's now up to her second. And Dye drains them both to get up to 15 points in this game.
And we have a timeout for Eudora.
Go ahead and take a break here as well.
Are you looking for
Back here out of the timeout. The Cards have put up 17 points this quarter to Olathe East's 9, which is similar numbers to what we saw in the first quarter. It was 19-10 for Eudora through that first period. Got about 40 seconds before halftime. Hawks moving it around well at the time, but then gave it to Dye. Only could hold on to it for so long. Taken back by Wadsworth. Going for the three, no good from Dermer. Brunkow rebounds. Now the shot clock is off. Here's Dieterding. Not going to rush things.
Yeah, slow it down, try to get one final shot in.
Cards content with the work they've done in this quarter and in this first half. Might try and put some finishing touches on it. Right here is Ava Dye, who has been the standout performer in this game. She's got 17 points now. Last year, all-tournament team looking to try and get back on there here in her sophomore season. Not a bad effort there by Wadsworth, but it doesn't go. So 38-19 is our score here as we go to halftime. Do you have a closing thought there?
I think Ava Dye has just been absolutely owning the low post position on inbounds, on play, rebounds. She's been playing a phenomenal half.
All right, we will go to a break. When we're back, it's our halftime show. Keep it here on Eudora Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
All right, halftime show brought to us by Attic Storage of Eudora, where Attic offers climate-controlled units, RV, and vehicle storage, plus clean, move-in-ready spaces. As a veteran-owned, community-focused business, Attic features monitored 24/7 access with friendly on-site managers. Rent, reserve, and pay online anytime at attic-storage.com. So, a sizable lead for the Cards here at halftime in a game where they are the favorite in this third-place game. But we've talked about it a bit as this game has gone on. This Olathe East offense is respectable. I like the way they're playing. There are a lot of teams that wish they could have had a performance as decent as the Hawks have had thus far in this game, and that have been working to try and get into the paint and the effectiveness that they have had. But at the same time, it's a nice lead for the Cardinals. They're actually doubling them up at the point at halftime here. So yeah, I'll throw it to you, Kevin. What's your analysis of what we've got so far? Maybe you can run us through some stat specifics as well.
Yeah, so upside about being in the big gymnasium, right? We get the stat blocks here at the halftime show. So looking through, so we're talking about some of the fouls, right? Both teams went towards into the bonus, giving up some unnecessary shooting opportunities. But even in the break, that has fallen to the Lady Card side. They've scored nearly twice as many points on free throws as the Hawks. On three-point shooting, which we've always encouraged the ladies to shoot those threes. Not been the cleanest day, only 3 on 11 for the Lady Cardinals shooting on the three-point range. But that suffocating defense, 16 forced turnovers for the Lady Cards defense. That's impressive, and only half as many for the Lady Hawks. And some of those were mishandlings by the Cards. So really that defense has really shown up, and even in the stat block.
Now you call out the three-point ball. That's something where if that starts hitting for the Cards, and there's any number of candidates, that could be Warren, that could be Dieterding, that could be Lewis. If those start hitting, they will just continue to pull away in this game. But they haven't really needed to be trying those threes, but if those opportunities come and they feel, they say why not? So that was how the Cardinals were able to pull away big time in the game yesterday, especially when they threw in some players off the bench. They were all making it drain from behind the line, so we could see the Cardinals really pull away. We'll go ahead and take another break here on the Attic Storage of Eudora halftime show, but keep it here on Eudora Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Hey, I'm Mike Grope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done.
Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College. What would...
All right, back in here for the second half of this game. We have seen a lot of fouls. Both teams have gone into the bonus in both quarters thus far. Cards have built out a decent lead here in this game where they are favored. A reminder, they're right here on this same stream. We will have the boys championship game as Lewis goes for a corner three, doesn't get that one. The Cards continue to not convert extremely efficiently on their three-point shots. Yes, that'll be right here. You don't even need to go anywhere. Same broadcast, same everything. It'll be the boys taking on Atchison in the tournament championship game. But this here is our third.
Back-to-back with shocker wins.
Yes, the defending champs. But this here is the third place game. Cards look well on their way to a bronze medal. The work to be done here. This Olathe East team has been dangerous at times. Definitely effective. I think that's a good word. Maybe better than dangerous is they've gotten stuff done at times, and going to the line here will be Caden Martinez, one of their seniors. And that's Brunkow's third foul. Warren was the only one that was really in notable concern with her number. She's also up to 3 fouls, but Brunkow, a player that likes to play aggressively, defensively. So she'll have to think about that, have it in the back of her mind.
But once again, the foul shots that have been given to the Lady Hawks have not paid off. Only a 40% free throw shooting performance so far. And down from that now.
But they get it back through Lefevre, and she will remedy the situation, get up to 9 points. And then
quick timeout.
Timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Which side took this timeout? Cards
Eudora.
Taking that one. But we can keep you in here for the time being. It's only about a minute in here to this third quarter. So what does Olathe East have to do if they're going to get back into this game? We've talked about the pace. They've kind of been slow. It's been a slow game. They would need to go on a run, which they're not incapable of. They had a 6-point run earlier in this game. But what would it take for them to really get back into this game?
Well, if you believe the numbers, they would need to make the Lady Cardinals only shoot threes.
Okay.
Keep them out of the paint, beat them on the boards, watch the inbounds. Dye has been killing them on the inbounds in the low post, driving, all of those things to her advantage. And she has, 17 points? It's incredible. That has been her bread and butter, is that paint. Keep them out of the paint, put them on the three-point line. That'd be the way to win for the Hawks.
And you're right, that reflects the numbers on the day, but I don't know if that necessarily reflects how it feels about this Cardinals team. They are a team that can be dangerous from three. And so it feels like if they, it feels maybe like it's only a matter of time if you're going to force them to continue to take threes. But maybe it's a little improbable that the Hawks go on such a run, but there's another miss from Lewis, and that was not even particularly close, and she really is a great three-point shooter.
Yeah, so I think that they're at 3 of 13 on their three-point attempts right now. which is, I think that might be the fatigue showing in from 3 games in 24 hours.
This one going to find its way to Dermer in the paint. She's got 8 points. Lewis takes some contact, drives, and just no good. Brunkow able to help get the rebound for Dye, and Brunkow maybe landed on her ankle wrong, as there's going to be a travel called on Dieterding. Brunkow looks like she wants to carry on, though.
Well, is she ever going to ask him out of a game?
No. Coach Parker might keep a keen eye, though, on how she's moving, if she's feeling all right. Cards yet to score here, as Olathe East have put up 4 points, maybe more. Lefevre in the paint, loses the handle, foul called. Is that going to go against Lefevre? It will.
Wow.
Again, these teams going back and forth, and it's 1 foul apiece here thus far in the third quarter. We have seen that it has been a foul on this end, a foul on that end.
And that puts Lefevre on the edge of foul trouble. That's her third.
They cannot afford to lose her.
Right, no, she has been the mainstay of their team right now.
She will check out, though, for the time being. Commit to Mid-America Nazarene.
To play ball?
Yep.
Wonderful. Good to hear that.
Only 4 days ago that news was announced on her social media. Brunkow finds Dieterding, thought about the 3, but the idea shut down by Martinez. Dye drives, shoots, in and out, but grabs the rebound and scores.
I tell you that in the paint, the Lady Cards have been dangerous.
That was all in one motion, too, that she went up, rebounded, shot, and scored to get up to 19 in this game. This is Victoria Wertheim. Cross to Martinez. This is Dermer. She made one earlier, and she'll get one now.
And that only brings them in within 14, but the momentum has certainly moved.
Lewis, though, lines that one up very nicely. She's got 7. So yes, they have been chipping away since this quarter began.
And you see the Lady Cards move to a modified full court press. This is not to stop them from scoring. This is to get their momentum back to Eudora.
Hall will score her first points. Again, the effectiveness of this Hawks team. There are many opponents that wish they could have performed as well as they are thus far. And they are starting to string together some baskets and some defense. Might actually be able to get within enough distance to think about trying to get a result here in this game.
See if they can sneak in that inbound play underneath the hoop again.
It's always been to Ava Dye. If she were to get that, it would put her over 20 points. Scorers table talking something over with the official here. This one finds Lewis, and she will be denied, but illegally so, they say. Wertheim hit with a foul, and that should send Lewis to the line.
Lewis at the line.
And the Lady Cards started off a little bit shaky on their free throw shooting, but at the end of the first half had really come through, picked up their pace, and they traded 1-1 for their first 6. For the next 4, they went 4 for 4, and now 5 for 5.
And Lewis will get both of those to go. She's now got 9 points, the year 9. Lewis goes out, Warren comes in. Remember, she's got 3 fouls, which is also the same reason that Katie Lefevre still sits on the bench for her team. That's going to be Dieterding hit with the shooting foul. I didn't call it out, but I was thinking if trends continue, it's time for the Cardinals to foul because it was 2 fouls to 1 in the quarter, and indeed they did. Dieterding hit with her second, team second, so it's 2 apiece here in the third quarter. And this is Yasmin Osman looking for her first points.
Lady Cards need to get this rebound if it's available.
That was why Coach Parker called out for Bryn Dieterding and Avery Warren to switch places, a 4-inch height advantage that Dieterding has there. Dye gets to the basket, scores beautifully. 21 points now.
Gotta love a reverse layup.
Cards well on pace to hit that 50-point mark here in the third. Osman finds Wertheim into Dermer. Can't get it to go. Birch with a good rebound. Finds Dermer again. That one doesn't go either, and Warren comes away with it. Dieterding leads the charge. Finds Dye in the corner, and she didn't set her feet properly there.
Wow. Yep.
Brooks will come in for Coulter. Eliana Wadsworth will go in for Caden Martinez.
I would expect Lefebvre to come back in a minute or two, probably 2 minutes remaining in the third period, and see if she can get a spark here for the Lady Hawks.
Is it surprising to you at all they've held her out this long for 3 fouls?
No, she's too important at this point. No one else has been scoring consistently. Her vision and passing has been phenomenal. She has a handful of assists. I'd want to save her for the fourth quarter.
Warren bounce pass to Brooks, and that will, no, not a jump ball, but a foul call.
On the reach.
So that means the next foul will obviously come from Eudora whenever that time comes around.
All things in balance.
And that one over the head of Dye, and it's a giveaway on the inbound. Birch in a 2v1 finds Wadsworth, but and a travel. Brunkhouse defense.
Man, you gotta love Izzy. Man, she gets back and plays hard D.
All by herself, was able to stop a 2v1, maybe even a 3v1 opportunity on the giveaway from the inbound, and it costs the Cardinals nothing. Dye bounces it to Brooks. Couldn't get the handle. Warren fighting for it, but taken away by Wertheim. 3 to go before the fourth quarter. This is Birch. Osman. Out for Dermer. Nice ball to find Birch. She'll try and drive. No progress against Brunkow. And she's going to take that one away. She has Dieterding in support, finds her. She might go back to Brunkow. She does. She goes up and scores.
Phenomenal teamwork, ladies. That's exactly how that's supposed to happen.
That's Izzy's first points, and the Cardinal lead is 20.
Long three.
Oh my,
wow.
Making it rain is Millie Dermer.
That should have been worth 4.
She's got 3 threes and 14 points. Warren can maybe get a one of her own. Oh, no good off the back of the rim.
I think you're right, Reed. If the points weren't a thing, this would feel like a much closer game because the Lady Hawks have been really effective, but just not able to accumulate the score somehow.
And that really is, I mean, this is an interesting, a different feel to this game, having played so many games recently. But that is something that happens for the Cards a lot, where on the passage of play, it doesn't, yesterday's game where they were so effective defensively isn't necessarily how it's going to feel every game. But every time you look up at the scoreboard, you're like, man, they are winning. They are winning comfortably, even though they're not maybe the most efficient offensively. It's just their defense is so good. If you're not giving up points, then you can score at any rate and you'll have a lead. Dieterding drains a 3.
Only, I think, her second of the day. And so last night they were winning on dropping all those threes, and tonight it's been on the defense again. But when you have these opportunities with the defense and the offense playing so well, even one can be slacking while the other one's excelling.
A little over a minute to go here in this quarter. Seems like it'll be the first time that neither team goes into the bonus.
Sounds like a challenge.
In the corner for Warren. Can she get a 3? Still no for her. So efficient, or so effective yesterday from behind the arc, but not today thus far for her or her teammates.
And if the coach of Olathe East had told her girls to allow them to shoot threes, it has worked to their advantage.
Yeah. Wertheim with the mid-range. Lewis comes down with it. Shot clock off now. Brunkow back to Lewis. She wants the three. Won't go. Lefevre comes down with it. You were right, Kevin. She's checked back in these last couple minutes. And she will
draw a quick foul.
Get a foul from Lewis, so it is 3 apiece. And it's also a third for Peyton Lewis. So she will be replaced by Jayla Coulter. Swarming defense of the Cards, but Lefevre gets the ball, goes in and scores. That puts her up to double digits. She's got 11.
Last 10 seconds of the quarter.
No need to rush things for the Cards. They'd like to get one last shot off, though. It'll be Dieterding for 3. Off the glass, no good. And that will be the end of the third. 51-33 is our score.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
All right, back in for the fourth quarter of this one. And Kevin, you're not wrong. You said it felt like, without the score, that it felt like Olathe East was winning. They won that quarter by a point.
Did they?
14-13. They worked back that deficit 1 point down. It was from 19 to 18. But yes, they did make some progress there. They won that quarter after not being particularly close in either of the first two.
And they did what we talked about. Allow the Eudora to shoot the threes and then capitalize when they could.
And weirdly enough, they did it with Lefevre sitting on the bench for half of that third quarter.
Yes.
So maybe they could deal with life even if she does get into foul trouble, even though they certainly would like that to not be the case. She did come in and make a late contribution and does start out there for this fourth quarter. Dermer's been dangerous, and that will continue.
Wow. Is that her fourth?
That is. She's up to 17. Lewis trying to get a response. It'll come. Puts her up to 12. She's been waiting on that one. So too have the Cards, because you were right that it had been effective to allow them to take those threes. That is not normally a recipe for success against Eudora. And if you even can get a couple of those to go, it'll give you a lot of breathing room, especially with the lead they've already got. Jump ball after Brunkow got a hand in.
Man, she's good.
You think that she might have a chance at the all-tourney team?
If they feature defensive players, absolutely. I know her scoring total won't be as high as others, but few people are going to have the heart of Izzy.
Dye will go all the way across to Brunkow, has to leap to bring it down. Dye will go for the three and just doesn't get it. This is Dermer. Looking for Lefevre, sort of found her. It ends up finding a teammate, and there will be a shooting foul. To the line will go Wadsworth. Wadsworth, though, one of 4 Hawks players that is 0 for 2 at the line in this game.
As I mentioned at halftime, the fouling game has been to Eudora's benefit so far today.
Peyton Lewis hit with her 4th foul. You imagine Cards might send out someone to take her place. Wadsworth, though, converts one. Commentator jinx in full effect.
think you might see the coach wait another minute or two, pull her out, and then put her back in for the last minute and a half at the end of the game.
She gets both to go. Coulter gets a hand on that in the paint and will
Call for a travel.
Oh, be hit with the travel there. Trying to work towards the basket. I think she was expecting to be shooting through what was going to be a foul. When that happens as a referee, if you see a player shooting through contact, do you sort of ignore if they didn't set their feet right?
It's generally hard to keep track of all of it, frankly.
Right.
With that much contact, you're generally going to favor the shooter. But, you know, she has driven into contact so much that they may have, there may be some referee fatigue.
You mentioned referee fatigue. It makes me think of voter fatigue, which is a topic that happens for athletes winning awards. Bryn Dieterding will be hoping that's not a problem here, as we will get to the award show after this game, because she is two-time All-Tourney here in her junior year, trying to go 3 for 3 on that honor. Lewis couldn't get the bank shot to go, but Dye with a fantastic rebound. And now Dieterding wants the three and gets it.
Wow.
She's got a couple here late in this game and up to 14 points. After all that work that Olathe East had done, the Cards back out to a 19-point lead. Bounce pass to Dye, gets around Lefevre, out for Coulter, who scores.
Whether she's scoring or dishing, Ava Dye has just dominated the paint.
She is one I would expect to repeat in the All-Tourney team. Lefevre couldn't get it to go, and Dye rebounds. Lewis found by Brunkow, she scores.
Wow, the body control.
The freshman has 14. Cards have hit for 60 now. And that'll be a timeout taken by Coach Johanna Falls. We'll go ahead and take a short break as well.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
One more time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
For the best.
All right, back from the timeout, 4:48 to go in this third place game. We've seen there was some real fight back, and that will continue. There has been a lot of fight back for Olathe East, but they were actually making headway on the deficit in this game. But at this point, the Cards have actually taken what is now their biggest lead of the game. So they are feeling comfortable here that they will finish third place in this tournament. But this has been interesting. I think there's a lot for the Cards to learn, and certainly I think Olathe East can have a lot of great takeaways and learn from the way they've been able to perform in this game.
Absolutely, absolutely. And their key players have done their jobs.
Dermer got that rebound. Brunkow down on the ground.
Slow to get up.
She'll be one of those players that's happy to not have any more games on the immediate horizon, even though I'm sure she absolutely loves playing, but might be getting a little tired of 3 games in 2 days.
And she's probably got some at least some light bruising going on.
Lefevre converts.
Lefevre for 2.
Is that a dozen for her?
13.
13. Baker's dozen.
Cards moving it well. Dieterding couldn't get it to go. The loose ball taken by Lefevre. This is Birch. She goes for it all, doesn't get it. Brooks comes down with it. And it'll be a jump ball. Cameron Hall and Caden Martinez go in. And Izzy Brunkow for Eudora. Martinez. This is Lefevre. Don't think we've seen her pull up from 3 yet. No good. But the rebound won and a shooting foul for Victoria Wertheim.
She was in danger of getting that call for travel with the happy feet there just outside the 3-point line for Lefevre.
Izzy's hit with her 4th foul. Izzy Brunkow.
Wow.
She will be replaced. Ava Dye, Peyton Lewis go in. Jayla Coulter, Izzy Brunkow go out. After this, we will have the post-game show, wrap this up, see the award ceremony for the girls, and then we will go to pre-game show for the boys championship game. Dieterding for Lewis in the corner. Couldn't get it. Dieterding fights for the rebound, grabs it out to Dye. Under 3 to go in the game. Dieterding says why not by herself, but couldn't get it.
That spot she shoots from has been pretty consistent. That's obviously where she likes shooting her threes from, on the floor.
Lefevre in the paint, pulls up, scores. That's what I'm saying about them creating opportunities in the paint. You just have not seen teams able to do that this year against Eudora. And a 42-point performance against the Cards, playing their strongest team, working hard. That is a very impressive effort here for this Hawks team.
I agree. I think they've played a good game. You know, it may not show as well on the win-loss record.
Lewis strange
a
three.
Wonderful game.
Yeah, and for a team that's on a 5-game, soon-to-be 6-game losing streak, I don't know how much the moral victories count, but it has been a seriously good performance. It's something that they can take back with them and hopefully apply against other opponents and get back in the win column this season. Lefevre brings that one down over her head, and she will ultimately score.
Gets her own rebound and follows. That's very impressive.
Minute 30 to go. Cards in no rush.
20 seconds on the shot clock.
Warren wants that 3. She'll finally get it.
Warren for 3.
Martinez into the paint. Couldn't get it. Lefevre, though, with a great rebound and the putback. Up to 19 now. It looks like the Cards pulling their starters at this point. Maybe the Hawks doing the same for this final minute. We saw some very effective performances off the bench for the Cards in the first game of this tourney. Marley Folks Emma Sarber, Kylie Bourne out there. This is Aspen Spellman, as well as Brooke Mulvihill. Driving and scoring there is Sarah Williams, the freshman.
Williams for 2.
Maybe she's the next Lefevre for Olathe East.
Mulvihill, Sarber. I think it might have been every player off the bench for the Cards last game. Drained a 3. That's Mulvihill. She'll score. Five seconds to go here. Corner 3 will not go, and that'll be the game. So the Cardinals do finish third here in the Tonganoxie Invitational. 69-48 the final score. I don't know how quickly they'll get into those awards. We will make sure.
It's pretty rapid if it was as it was for the boys.
All right, then we will just go ahead and go right into our post game without hitting any commercials. 69-48 is the final. We will see.
Yeah, you see their tournament official moving out to the center of the court right now. He'll recognize a handful of tournament players and then give away the third place plaque to Eudora.
So that is going to signal the start of our post-game show brought to us by Eudora Animal Hospital. For 40 years, Eudora Animal Hospital has been caring for pets and livestock with fair pricing, trusted service, and compassionate care. Pet owners from across the region trust their four-legged friends to Eudora Animal Hospital.
We have Billy Dermer. Congratulations, Billy.
Dermer gets on the all-tourney team. She was draining some 3s in this game.
For Eudora, we have Ava Dye.
Dye with her second consecutive.
And Brent Dieterding.
And Dieterding with the third consecutive all-tourney honor.
Lady Cardinals to step on out. Lady Cardinals, step on out. Congratulations on your third place finish in the Tonganoxie tournament.
Cards do receive that third place plaque. So there are the award winners. No Lefevre there for Olathe East. A little bit of a surprise to me, but.
Well, and that was it. They had the challenge of only getting to play 2 matches.
True, that's a great point. I hadn't thought about that. But the Cards do get a couple repeat nominees, or rather winners. Dieterding and Dye both getting into the all-tournament team. They finished third. We will go to a commercial break, come back, wrap this one up, go into pregame for the boys who are now warming up here out on the court.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
At Kansas Insurance, we...
All right, post-game show here from Eudora Animal Hospital. We've talked about the award winners, Brent Dieterding, Ava Dye, both repeating. They are both 100% in their careers. Dye is a sophomore. She's 2 for 2 all-tourney. And Dieterding is a junior. She is 3 for 3 all-tourney. The Cards finished third. We've got stats from the game. What's your analysis for the game as well, Kevin, on the whole, and for the tournament for the Cards?
So, ladies had a decent tournament, right? Third is always want to end on a victory. I've said it a few times already. Coach knew what he was doing, had the right girls out there at the right time. Things they can tune up, of course. You know, you had Lefevre in the paint, you had Millie Dermer on the shooting, all those things that were working for the Lady Hawks. But the Cards, just the totality of their play, the phenomenal defense, the aggressive offense, players like Izzy Brunkow with amazing heart, Bryn Dieterding and her leadership and getting the team up and down the court. It's just too much for most teams to handle, frankly.
Yeah, it was a really great performance. We sort of want to get through this quickly to make sure we get to pregame for the boys. There's already only 12 minutes up on the clock. But I'll run you through tallies, and for once, these are official tallies, not that of my own, who can be, I can make some errors. Let's see here. So we've got Cameron Hall made 4 points, Victoria Wertheim with a couple, Katie Lefevre with 19, Bonnie Birch with 4, Sarah Williams with 2, Millie Dermer, who made all tourney, got 17. For the Cards, Avery Warren with 5, Peyton Lewis with 17, Bryn Dieterding, who made all tourney, got 14, Izzy Brunkow with a couple, Ava Dye led the team, made all tourney, got 21 points in this game. She was absolutely fantastic, both sides of the ball. Jayla Coulter with 8, and Mulvihill got a couple at the end there as well. So 69-48 win for the Cards. They do end on a win, their 10th win of the season. They finished 3rd place in this tournament. That will do it for the postgame of this one. When we're back, it'll be pregame show for the boys as we've got the championship game. Extremely exciting to see the conclusion of the boys' side of the bracket here for Eudora. The defending champs try to repeat on top here. Excited to get into it. Keep it here on Eudora Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
All right, Fort Scott Community College pregame show here for the championship game. Extremely exciting to see how this goes. The Cardinals last year came in as the 5 seed, came in with a losing record, and they left as tournament champions. It was extremely surprising, exciting, amazing for the Cardinals. They've got a chance to do something similar today. They do come in as the 3 seed in this tournament, but this is a special opportunity that they have presented themselves. They have worked hard to get here. They beat the 2-seeded Metro Academy pretty comfortably, 62-48, and that was also only about 9 hours ago. Same goes, though, for Atchison. They also were in action about 9 hours ago, got a 7-point victory over 4-seeded Leavenworth, and they come in as the 1 seed, and not just that, they come in 12-0 this year. It is a different story. Last year, they only came in with 1 defeat, and they did still then lose to the Cards in the championship game pretty comfortably, but this time they have not yet tasted defeat all season long.
And now on these teams, it's not the first time they will play this year.
That's right.
The Cardinals lost earlier this year to Atchison, and they have a chance to break even.
Yeah, that was in Eudora that the Cardinals lost 64-46, a pretty sizable defeat. But an interesting thing I found noteworthy is last year they lost to Bonner Springs a week before the tournament, had to play them in the second round, beat them to get to the tournament final. We were saying that it felt like there was a theme of revenge for the Cardinals going through last year, and so it could be something similar this year. They beat Metro Academy comfortably, and I found it noteworthy as well. While we were setting up, we were watching the boys' third place game, and Leavenworth, that the Phoenix beat by 7, got an 8-point victory over 2-seeded Metro Academy, 74-66, that the Cardinals beat, and they beat them 62-48, so that's a 14-point victory there. So if we were playing it on paper, it tells you it should be a pretty close game.
Absolutely.
But honestly, I have no idea what we are in for, especially factoring in both of these teams have already played a game today. We could see the Cardinals get a blowout. We could see the Phoenix get a blowout. We could see a close game. I think that all of those things are absolutely on the cards here. But the Phoenix have already beaten the Cardinals this year, and again, 12-0 this season. So it feels like they are supposed to be the favorite, and they are based on their seed as well, coming in as the 1 seed. They are expected to get the win, but they were expected to get the win last year, and they lost by 29 points to Eudora, 69-40. It was unbelievable. The Cardinals got I think it was a 2-point win and a 3-point win, or no, a 4-point win and a 3-point win in the first 2 rounds, and then beat the toughest opponent they had to play on paper by 29. It was unbelievable. It didn't make any sense, but it was a fantastic experience. And if that happens again, if we see the Cardinals come out on top, we will try and talk with some seniors from the team, get them on the mic, and hear from what it's like on the inside of this Cardinals operation. But yeah, no matter what it is, we will be with you for it, excited for it. The conclusion here only about 6 minutes away from our tip-off, to be brought to us by Wolf Diagnostic and Automotive. We'll go ahead and take another break on this Fort Scott Community College pregame show, but keep it here for the championship game.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand.
This is your home for the Cardinals. Eudora Sports Live.
Van Dong in motion. The give is to Moody. Moody ducks down and dives in. He's standing over the ball. He's going to take it quickly. Looking across the field, and he's got it! It's Jude Whalen. And now Addy Hephill puts it away for the Cards. They'll take a 2-set lead. Hendrickson in motion, give to Duncan. Duncan, and he's trucks the safety. Is he in?
It's time for the Cardinals on your home for Eudora High School Athletics. Eudora Sports Live.
All right, back one last time here on the pregame show. So looking, Kevin, at the different builds here for these teams, what might you expect to see for the Cardinals in the starting five?
Right, so I think one of the assets that the Cardinals has is girth, right? That they have, I think they may have a size advantage here, not necessarily on height, but on power. And so I would certainly, if we saw Cage Crable as a starter, that would be very normal to expect. If we get to see Carter Lewis coming off the bench, some of these football players who actually have, tremendous athleticism in general, but are able to really kind of, use that power to clear some space in the paint, keep Atchison out of off of rebounds. That may be a swing in the game.
Yeah, Cage Crable plays center defensive line. Just yesterday received his 8th offer to play college football. William Woods getting in on the fun. He will have a number of teams to choose from to find the best opportunity for him, but he will be playing football at the next level, and he can use that same size to his advantage in the paint. So it will be interesting to see if he makes the starting five. Wouldn't be a new thing for him to get into the starting five, but we might also see Carter Lewis get in occasionally off the bench. It will be interesting to see who rounds out the starters for the Cards, how they want to try and play this, and how this game ends up playing out. It will be fascinating to see the 1 versus the 3 here. Let's listen in to our PA announcer.
The 68th Annual Tonganoxie Invitational Basketball Tournament. We welcome our guests from Atchison and Eudora High Schools. Congratulations to both programs on competing tonight in our championship game. Kansas State High School Activities Association and Tonganoxie High School encourage you to make good sportsmanship a priority at all times. Winning is for a day, sportsmanship is for a lifetime. And now, let's meet the starting lineups. For Eudora, number 1, the 6'1" sophomore, Cy Thomas. Number 3, the 6'3" freshman, Hunter Hurdig. Number 10, a 6-foot junior, Kate Dunback. Number 24, a 6'3" sophomore, Cash Schneider. And number 33, a 6'1" senior, Kate Crable. Head coach for Eudora is Tyler Cleveland. For Atchison, number 0, a 5'9" senior, Josiah Thompson. Number 1, a 5'11" freshman, Trayvon Gillum. Number 4, a 5'8" junior, Zydron May. Number 22, a 6'2" senior, Hale Williams. And number 33, a 6'4" senior, Gilbert Purdy. Head coach for Atchison, Patrick Madison. Officials for tonight's game, Andrew Fry, Ronnie Ainsworth, and Casey Cuccione.
So to reiterate that starting five, your prediction did come true there, Kevin. Cage Crable in the starting five, the lone senior, joined by the reigning MVP, Cy Thomas, along with Hunter Hurdig, Caden Dunback, and Cash Schneider. For the defending champs, they take on the runner-ups last year, senior Josiah Thompson, Travion Gillum, a freshman, Zydron Mays, Kale Williams, a senior, and Yogi Purdy, a senior, in the starting 5 for Atchison. Dad, as you are, Kevin, sorry, as you are a Yankees fan, I'm sure you'll appreciate Yogi Purdy was last year joined by Jeter Purdy. So if you can't put that one together I wonder where are those names coming from?
That's impressive.
Yeah.
So I would say on the early tournament team watch, I would hope that Cash Snyder will qualify for all tournament team this year. Phenomenal first game. Hopefully his game this morning went well, and we'll see him make a dent in here tonight as well.
So the Phoenix win the opening toss. They are a very tall team. Here's Crable putting up a fight against Purdy. A couple guys both wearing number 33, both seniors. Purdy gets the first points of the game. Gotta fix our scoreboard here. And Crable comes up with that one. And
stay Cardinals ball.
Yeah, one thing for the Cards will be trying to avoid any sort of foul trouble, specifically for their bigger bodies. Cy, Thomas, Cage, Crable, you want to make sure you've got them all game long. And then guys with high motors like Dunback and Hurtig will be important. Here's Thomas trying to give the Cards the lead. It'll be taken down by Hurtig really well. Trying to find a teammate, connects with Thomas. Now for Schneider. Had a phenomenal game in the game we got to call yesterday. He'll go to the line. Sometimes Schneider's on, sometimes he's not when it comes to behind the line from 3. He was absolutely on it yesterday. See how that goes for him today, but his first opportunities will come at the free throw line.
And not just limited to that, he also was driving, also in the paint, getting rebounds. Very, very talented all-around player.
It is a very different factor.
They draw even.
Considering that there's been 2 games today. Of course, it's a tournament where you play 3 games in 3 days. Is that 3 no good from Gillum?
But 3 games in 30 hours is a different math.
Yeah, it really affected the girls' game, I think, and it will be interesting to see. It's a less time difference as Thomas will get an and 1. Foul called on Purdy. He's complaining, does not like the call. That'll send the reigning MVP as a freshman last year to the line here. But yeah, it is an interesting factor. It was less time. It was about 5 hours for the girls from their first game. 9 hours of rest for these 2 teams, but still have to imagine that plays in. If they've got any lingering injuries of any kind, something that's bothering them, or even just general fatigue. Spinning, shooting, no good. Crable comes down with it. His size is definitely going to be important for the Cards. Stands 6'2". He would be someone, if the Cards do come out victorious, we would love to hear his thoughts on being a part of this team, how it all played out for him.
Maybe you can pull an exclusive out of him, see if he even knows which college he's leaning towards.
Don't want to get him saying anything that would get him in trouble. But it would be for him back-to-back, which would be for everyone on this team. So they come in defending their title last year, their surprise title. Thompson gets the 3.
We have our 3rd lead change in just these early minutes.
And the Phoenix able to get the ball. And Thompson wants to get it again, will not, and Schneider comes away with it. Back and forth start here, teams moving quickly. This is Dunback. Crable wanting to hand it to Hurtig. Good defense by Gillum. 15 on the shot clock. Now 10 as Crable works into the paint. Finds Schneider along the baseline, who scores really well.
Hard to tell this is an actual strategy or not, but by having Cage play up so high, he is pulling the 33, the big man for Edison, out of the paint. freeing it up for space for players like Cash Schneider.
Going for it here is Mays off the glass. Already a 4th lead change. Thomas trying to find any space, ends up giving it back out to Crable to reset things. This is Hertig. And a foul called there on Gillum, the freshman. The only freshman listed on this Phoenix roster, and he's in the starting 5 for him here tonight. Keelan Duncan will check in, take the place of Cage Crable. Duncan stands 5'10", so he plays a bit of a different role for the team. Crable's role was going well, though, for the Cards, so we'll see how they do without him, how they want to function without him. Schneider has it taken away from him, or rather Thomas has his pass intercepted. And it will be Williams. It goes all the way down. Couldn't score. A whistle blows, but I don't think it's foul.
Nope, just out of bounds, off Cash, I think.
A very back and forth start here. Neither team able to pull away. This is Mays.
Pulled up for several threes already.
Williams in for Purdy. Back to Williams against Dunback, who gets hit with the foul.
He was good all the way until he reached out for that additional tap, and then he got called for it.
Cale Williams will go to the free throw line. Williams sort of exemplifies what you were talking about, Kevin, where he's got the height but not the width. Yep. But he's a 6'2" senior, a very effective build to play basketball, but somebody like Cage Crable could get in there and win a physical battle with him.
And if you do it properly, you can do it without drawing fouls, just on sheer size. Schneider
will draw a foul there against Purdy. He'll go to the line where he's already 2 of 2.
And that might also be a strategy you see with the Cardinals, targeting players like Purdy, get them into foul trouble early in the match, and then get them on the bench late in the game.
They've already got 4 fouls called against them here. Only 2 against, well, they're actually showing Williams up on the board, but I think that had to have been against Purdy.
Unless they had a reach call possibly. But it should have been a blocking call on Purdy.
Might just be a mistake by the scorer's table. Schneider's up to 5 points. And make that 6. He's got 4 from the line. Cards are back within a couple. So what do you see for the Cards offensively and defensively with Cage Crable on the bench?
Well, so what Cage was able to do was able to pull the big man out of the paint, and it hasn't been able to do as effectively without him. But Cash has
nice movement, and it's a tie game.
Wow, athleticism insane
for Hertig and for Keelan Duncan, who's in place of Crable.
Yeah. So when you bring in a smaller, faster player, that has to be the alternative. Play a smaller, faster game.
Purdy draws an and one.
Yeah. And that's the danger of having the mismatch on size down low.
Hertig hit with his first, team's second. No good on that one. Duncan goes up for the rebound, showing why he is a viable replacement for Crable, despite the 4-inch height difference. Or actually 6-inch height difference.
Is he only 5'8"?
No, I was right the first time.
Yeah, you were right the first time.
Thomas turns and ties this game.
Frankly, I think this is the game that Eudora needs to happen. They need this to stay tight.
Oh, wow. Thought there was going to be another and one, but it'll send Gillum back to the line.
I think that'll be in their benefit, and we'll see how if they can keep that up. It's going to be a physical match, and it's going to wear them down over time. We'll see if it wears out both teams evenly.
Dunback hit with his second foul. Might be replaced here by Otis, who's waiting.
23, Sir Taylor is the game. Correction,
Freshman gets his first point, Trayvon Gillum. And he gets them both. It's interesting that we haven't seen Crable return. I felt like it was really working for them. Not that Keelan Duncan has not been working well for the Cards, but I didn't see any real reason to change the style or approach. But Cards have found a bit of success with both, as the subs there had connected for some nice movement, but Otis couldn't get that one all the way across to Thomas. And now it's a chance for Atchison to get a multi-basket lead, but they will not, and Thomas comes down with it.
Well, it might signal a temporary change in strategy, try to get Purdy into foul trouble. That was not something going to happen when he and Cage were up high in the paint.
Well, there's no problem showing a couple different ways as Schneider couldn't get the three, but the Cards come back up with it.
Tie, nope.
Again, they get the rebound, and this time it'll be an and one. But if there's, it's like showing multiple pitches as a pitcher. If you've got a changeup that you can throw at him, there's no problem with that. Which we referenced baseball earlier. Throw a changeup to Yogi, see what he can do over there behind the plate.
So I would say that Eudora started with their changeup, and they're coming to the fastball now.
Right, okay.
5, Kelly into the game for Atchison.
Javante Kelly, senior, listed at 6'7", checks into the game.
That's tall.
You can see it. And Hurtig does convert that and one. 5 points for him. A 5th lead change in this game. I do think by this point last year, the Cards were already building a lead that felt unbelievable that they held on to for the rest of that game. But they are on top here for the time being, and that'll maintain as Duncan able to get up, and despite the 9-inch height difference there, he got up and brought that ball down.
And then drew the foul.
And that puts the Cards into the bonus for the remaining minute 25.
Kelly his first.
So certainly you have to say Cards are in this game holding their own.
Absolutely.
Despite the fact that they have technically infinite more losses than the undefeated Atchison with their 6 defeats on the year.
Well, a 1-point lead here, hoping to stretch it to 2 or 3 here. 90 seconds to go, less than 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They are in this game.
It'll just be a 2-point lead, but they grab the rebound. No, they get the possession on the out of bounds.
Cash wisely pulled his hands back, let that ball go out of bounds. Knew he'd have the inbound opportunity here.
Nice job by Hurtig to get up and bring that one away from Mays. But they will give it away here. And we're going to see a shooting foul called there, so Jeremiah Thompson will go to the line. Cy Thomas hit with his first and the team's 4th. Cards will hold on to their lead for the moment at least.
Officially count as an effective foul. He was very likely to score, and now he can't get more than half of that.
Can they grab the rebound? They can. That certainly benefited the Cards in the end. Here is Keelan Duncan, and now Schneider. Minute to go in the quarter. Cards up by 2, looking to make it more.
And trying to use speed to their advantage.
Phoenix trying to play aggressive on those passes and intercept, and that'll be a foul, which will send Hertig to the line as the Cards are in the bonus.
And they still have a foul. Well, no, they don't have a foul to give. A foul puts the Phoenix in the bonus as well. So
Zadron Mays hit with his first. Hertig to the line where he converted one earlier. And he gets that to go as well, up to 7 points.
I know it's only the first quarter, but we talked about it in the ladies' game that the fouling part of basketball favored Eudora in the ladies' match, and it is favoring them here as well.
Schneider goes out for Jay Noble for the last 45 seconds. Cardinals at this point have their biggest lead thus far. They might hold on to that at the end of the quarter. This is Kelly. Passes now to Mays. In for Purdy, under pressure, foul on the floor, but I think that should send Purdy to the line as it's the 5th team foul. Hertig hit with his second.
And Purdy's a solid free throw shooter.
Schneider and Crable back in for Noble and Hertig. Crable tasked with fighting against the 6'7" Javante Kelly if this is a rebound opportunity, but it will not be as Purdy gets those 2 free throws to go.
Make a note, Cardinal, that is not the guy to foul if you can avoid it.
Ty Thomas wants to have the last shot here. Gets past Mays, gets around Purdy, finds Duncan who couldn't score it. And now there's a chance for Atchison to tie it or more. This is Mays, turns it, shoots, no good. And the Kelly with the putback, also no good. So the Cards do have a 2-point lead here at the end of the first quarter. The defending champs against Atchison.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com. For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where.
All right, second quarter action here. Cards with a lead. Trying to find what the score was at the end of one last time we faced Atchison. I think it was a close game through one there as well. But the Cards up by a couple here. Hertig, the Cards' leading scorer with 7. Schneider has 6. Purdy is leading scorer for the Phoenix with 6.
Unforced error there, a little errant pass.
Crable back out on the floor to start the second quarter. We talked about in pregame, expecting that they would want to use his size, and we saw that work for the first half of the first quarter, but then they pulled him for Duncan, and both strategies were working well for the Cards. Returning to the changeup, as you called it, with Crable out there.
Well, it pulls Purdy so far up out of the lane, it's a real benefit for Eudora.
10 seconds on the shot clock here as this one rolls away from Schneider. Dunback looking to find somebody. 5 seconds now on the shot clock. Thomas drives to Crable, who scores. Very well done to keep their composure there and create an opportunity for Crable to get his first points. Cards are also first to 20.
And Crable was begging for Purdy to come in and draw a body up and get him his third foul. Purdy wisely backed away.
Here is Purdy from behind the line, and he gets it.
Wow. Don't see that every day.
It's becoming more and more common, though, in basketball. You see Victor Wembanyama, who's almost like, was he 7'1", I think, who pulls up from behind the three-point line. You're like, what's going on? Schneider drives and scores for the Cards. A quick response.
Hard to imagine Cash Schneider wouldn't be in consideration for the all-tournament team. He has been a very effective young player and was labeled as one to watch as we came into the tournament.
The mid-range shot, no good there from Thompson. It was 14-14 through Q1 last time we played, which remember, the Phoenix ended up with a comfortable win there, 64-46, when everything was said and done. So definitely, everyone knows this, but still a lot of work to be done for the Cards here. This game far from over. It is a close contest right now. The fouling game has generally been going their way. Something they would like to hold on to for sure. Thompson hit with his first foul.
See if they can avoid the cheap. Okay, here we go. Good.
Here is Hertig all by himself.
Wow. Great vision by Cage. Draw the defense up and pass in behind them.
5 points separate these teams. Cards on top here of undefeated Atchison. Pulling up from way downtown is Gillum, and he gets it. That will induce a timeout from Coach Parker as the Phoenix will get back within a couple. We'll take a break.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
So it was actually Atchison that took that timeout following the made three there. Not Coach Parker of the Cards, but they're back within a couple after they had trailed by the largest margin, down by 5 for only a second there. But you'd have to say, Kevin, on the balance of things thus far, things going well enough for the Cards?
Yeah, absolutely. I think their strategy has been paying off. A lot of players making a real good positive impact and tremendous vision and teamwork.
Dunback, has it go off his foot. He had worked around the defender, Gillum, very nicely. But just got unlucky there with his footing. And that's probably 2 points there given away. That would have been very nice to have, especially if Atchison go tie this game or more. This is Mays. Now Gillum, the freshman, gets it and gives his team the lead.
The way that he drew contact, it almost could have been an and one, looking for a 4-point play, but did not get the foul.
Thomas wanting to get it right back, and he will. 7 lead changes in this basketball game. Driving Thompson, and he will go to the line.
Is that on Dunback?
It is. I believe that's a second on him. Oh, his third.
Yeah.
So he'll probably get replaced by Julian Otis, who's waiting to enter the court. This is Thompson's first time to the line. He's got 3 points in the game.
Otis into the game for Eudora.
Otis does grab the place of Dunback.
I'm assuming Atchison thinks this guy will absolutely make his foul shot.
With everyone in the other side of the court. And they were correct. That was certainly unique. Tie game at 27s.
This is a sign of confidence in their teammate.
Cy Thomas. Cage Crable spinning against Purdy and then has it poked away from him by Thompson. It'll be a Cardinals ball. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Coach Cleveland barking out orders. Make sure his team executes here. Schneider grabs the inbound, goes back to Thomas, who sets his feet. Goes for the jump shot, no good, and it'll be brought down by Thompson. Gets to the free throw line where his team was super confident in him and puts that one in. They've got the lead. Schneider gets it to go, oh my goodness.
And how did he not draw a foul?
Unbelievable, but he did get it to go and ties the game right back up. Hurtig up to 3 fouls already. That is costly. He's the Cards' second leading scorer with 9 behind Schneider's 10. So he'll go to the bench. He is not someone they'll want to be without. Meanwhile, you can see that Javante Kelly has checked into the game. Hard to miss. Crable had that one, and then it went through the hands of Keelan Duncan. So the ball given back to Atchison, who can't convert it, and Duncan comes up with it. Schneider all by himself, cherry picking. He will score and take the lead for the Cards.
I'm gonna watch the replay on the inbound. I'm pretty sure the Atchison player was literally inbounds when he inbounded the ball.
Kelly goes for the 3, doesn't get it. It's Wembenyama-esque since we mentioned that earlier. 6'7" player pulling up for 3. Mays goes out. Jeremiah Thompson goes in. Realize I haven't been differentiating the two. They've got number 0, Josiah Thompson, and number 3, Jeremiah Thompson. Jeremiah Thompson connects with Kelly, who's got his first points.
Tie ball game.
We've been tied 5 times. We've had 9 lead changes since Atchison scored the first points of this game. Trayvon Gillum, the freshman who's been dangerous, has committed 3 fouls, so he'll hit the bench. Josiah Thompson out for him, or in for him. Schneider by himself. He says, why not? Couldn't get it though. And Duncan came away with it. It'll be an and 1. How did he get the ball?
Cage. Cage went up and tipped it, and it fell to his teammate.
I thought it was either going to be Crable or Kelly. And in the end, Keelan Duncan got it, and he'll go to the line.
Eudora showing equal confidence in their free throw shooter.
They might.
Oh, no. We're
might be taking a timeout here.
Okay.
But we can go ahead, keep you here, discuss what's going on here with the 33-31 game.
Phenomenally entertaining.
Yes, this has been a great game of basketball. So how about, here's a different swing. What do Atchison need to do to start looking like the undefeated 1 seed that they are and try and pull away in this game?
I'm at a loss. I feel like they're trying to play their version of basketball, and Eudora is just getting in their way. They're a speed team, they're a shooting team, and Eudora has been tripping them up the whole way down court. And we'll see. Their threes haven't been as effective as they may have been in the past, but Eudora doing a fantastic game, staying in this game, in the lead right now, hoping to hold this on and finish out strong.
Well, the second half of the girls' game was a very different story from the first half. So maybe there's some element of just trying to get to the locker room, try and regroup for the Phoenix, but keep it close until you get there. But at the same time, they've had the lead at a couple points in this quarter, so they might try and grab the lead before halftime.
Well, an Atchison coach is a very active coach. As the guys are coming up court, he's telling them what to do. And so what adjustments he can make at halftime will be interesting to see.
Coach Cleveland wanted a travel there from Josiah Thompson. Purdy will go out to Josiah Thompson, who wants to tie this game, and will do exactly that. And then the Cards are going to give it away. Here's Josiah Thompson again against Cy Thomas, and no good. And then Otis able to get the rebound. Javante Kelly has had a hard time putting his 6'7" frame to use at this point in the game. Cy Thomas trying to give the Cards the lead.
Sometimes just being big isn't enough. There's a way to play a big man's game, stay low, keep the ball above the shoulder, and you can't afford to bring it down to your waist because that happens.
Otis slapping that one away. Kelly only with a couple points to his name. The height difference between both teams' number 5s on full display there. This is Jeremiah Thompson connecting with Mays into Kelly, who finds some space against Duncan, is able to drop it in.
Inside the last minute here, approaching the last 30 seconds.
Maybe the Phoenix will have a halftime lead. Not if Cy Thomas has something to say about it. Here's Crable, now Duncan, and they will give the ball away. There's going to be a foul called there against Keelan Duncan.
Yeah, Keelan Duncan needs to work on ball security. He's had a couple of turnovers, and it's not been helpful.
Jay Noble will take the place of KD. In for Purdy, and he will draw a shooting foul. 2 of 3 thus far at the line. If he makes one, it'll put him up to 10 points. Team's 4th foul, Cash Schneider's first.
So a foul, a player of that caliber with no fouls, coach would call that fouls to give. Cash can earn 1 or 2 here without getting anywhere into trouble, and so certainly making them work for it. But as we said before, Purdy is a very good free throw shooter.
And this is equaling the biggest lead for the Phoenix thus far. And now they bring off Crable. I think we've seen him on almost the entirety of the second period, a different strategy than the first for the Cards. Otis into the paint, couldn't get it. We might see the lead grow a little larger for the Phoenix. Maybe that timeout was just what they needed. Josiah Thompson, 5 seconds on the game clock. Kelly in the corner. Back to Thompson, who's open and scores. And that will be the end, so a 6-point lead out of nowhere for the Phoenix at halftime. We've got a lot to talk about on our halftime show. Keep it here.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Hey, I'm Mike Grope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done.
Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
Okay, Attic Storage of Eudora halftime show here. 40-34 is our score. Right, we had a timeout, and I asked you, what is it going to take for them to start, Atchison to start looking like the team that they are? And right, all of a sudden they found the answer because they've got a 6-point lead. Out of nowhere, they've got their biggest lead here at halftime after the Cards led by a couple through the first quarter. A very interesting one. There's a lot that you're looking at here on the stat sheet. Walk us through what we saw out there, what the Cardinals are doing well, what they might want to adjust, and why we've got the difference that we've got right now.
So I think statistically the biggest difference is going to be three-pointers made for Eudora. In the past couple of games, they have been draining threes at a prodigious rate. They've taken 5 attempts, only made 1 of them. And that the gap there is a significant representation of the difference in the score. They make 4 of those. This is a lead for Eudora. They make 3 of those. It's a tie game, right? So I think there's some opportunities here that Eudora has to clean up. Make sure you're taking clean 3-pointers. Don't give up on them. You've got to score them at this point because Atchison has shot 11 of them, made 6. Better than 50% efficiency, and that represents a significant change in the game.
So what have you thought about the use of Cage Crable? We saw the first quarter, it looked really good. Second quarter, he was out there for a lot more minutes. You didn't really see as much of it coming into fruition. I didn't really see, you were saying that he's pulling Purdy out, and that's true, but I haven't really seen them attack the baseline very much with that. So what do you think? Do they keep doing that going forward? Do they want to use more of Keelan Duncan? What do you think?
So I think that each of those young men brings their own advantages. when Keelan's out there, it's a faster game. When Cage is out there, it's the strength game, right? And if he can pull Purdy up and they can let Cash go in behind for the easy layups, that's been a real advantage for them. But if Cage kind of slides to the side, Purdy retreats back into the paint, and then he's able to challenge on the defense. They need to keep going at Purdy, get him into foul trouble. That was a good start in the game, and they gave up on it a little too early. But charge at him, and then don't foul him, because he has been perfect at the free throw line, and he's not the guy you want to foul on that roster.
Yeah, I think another big thing in the first quarter is calls just seem to have been going more Eudora's way, favoring them more. We're looking at the stat sheet here. The Cards have 9 turnovers compared to 1 for Atchison, but that doesn't sound exactly right. Only 1 turnover for Atchison. That's just going to be that they've had either committed fouls or dribble, double dribble, whatever, turning it over without it showing up as a turnover in the books. And that sort of went away a little bit in the second quarter. Really, the second quarter, though, was very good for the Cards right until the end. They only need to get a couple baskets to feel right back into it, but they do need to do that as they are down by 6. So I'd say the start of the second half will be very important. It'll be very interesting to see how the teams come out having regrouped in the locker room here at halftime.
And I did misspeak. Yogi Purdy has missed 1 from the free throw line, but in general has been a very effective free throw shooter. And so, like I said, that foul game that we thought might be favoring Eudora has not. And so they need to be a little more careful there. Be careful with the rock, right? We have a handful of unforced errors, off the foot, out of bounds, turnovers, all these things that hopefully can get cleaned up. And the Cardinals can get right back in this match.
Yeah, ultimately, though, this game's right there for the Cardinals.
Absolutely.
We've got 3 minutes before the second half gets going. We'll go to another break from our attic storage of Eudora halftime show.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong?
Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
One more time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live.
All right, back here for the start of the third quarter. The 3-seeded defending champ Cards do trail by 6 here against undefeated Atchison. They were leading with only a few minutes, maybe a little more than a minute left in the second period, but a couple big baskets for the Phoenix got them to this lead, and they start with the ball as well. So the start of this third period going to be very important for the Cards. They do have Crable out there on the floor, along with Hertig, who's in a bit of foul trouble. They'll want to make sure they can keep him around as much as possible. Purdy adds to the Phoenix lead here. It's up to 8 now as they get the first points of the second half. Schneider goes, can't get it. Loose ball, still loose. Thomas will grab the free basketball. Be a great time to get a 3-point basket if that were on the cards, but whatever it is, the Cards just need to get some points. That one, they say, goes out off of Eudora. Cy Thomas doesn't like the call, but resigned to accept it. This could be a chance for the Phoenix to really create separation that they were unable to in the first period for sure. And overall throughout this first half, maybe they could take a big lead and try and hold on to it for as long as possible, but this possession will go empty as Thomas comes away with it and now breaks away against the Phoenix defense. Going to try and go himself and draws a foul on the floor. Committed by Zadron Mays. It's his second. Cards got to get points here, these early possessions. This is Hertig. Thomas in the corner says, if you're going to leave me open, I'll go for it, but doesn't get it. And wow, great effort by the Cards. They're going to keep the ball.
And I love Cage.
Schneider, though, can't get it. And unfortunately, it does not amount to anything. But it looked like Purdy literally had that ball. And the Cards ended up coming away with it. But ultimately, Gillum goes down the other way and scores. He's got 10 points now.
And that's the lead, too.
Cards got to get something going here. Yet to score in the second half. Already almost a couple minutes in. And will that one count? Is it going to be called on the floor? No, I think we've got an and one there for Thomas. Just very subdued reaction, so I almost didn't. Well, no, they haven't put it up. Okay, there it is.
Yep, took a little time.
So it's a great play by Cy Thomas. I guess the bench is locked in here on focusing to get it even closer than that will do. So that's a big play, and he's up to 10 points with the and one. That one will be waved off because of the foul. Thomas's second, and it's on the floor. Josiah Thompson connects with Mays. This is Gillum, the freshman, no good. Crable will grab that one. Chance for the Cards to keep making headway here. Oh, but Dunback has it swiped away. That's a great play by Gillum. Can he finish? He can. That one hurts for the Cards.
And Dunback in a little bit of foul trouble, was cautious about going up for the hard defense.
And it'll be a timeout from Coach Cleveland with his team down by 9 here. Work to do for the Cards. Kevin, what's it going to take for them? Does it need to be threes? They're really trying to work to the paint right now. I don't know how much that benefits them.
Well, so what they can do is work to the paint to pull the defense in and then feed out to the three-point line to have someone like Cash or Ty take the shot quickly, do it in rhythm. The one thing that I have not seen them capitalize on is rhythm underneath. Cage should have gone up for a strong layup. Instead, he held the ball and tried to pass it out. If you have the down point, the points down low, you got to take them.
Still right there for them, but they've got to start scoring soon. Certainly at least need to quit giving up points in order to keep this margin where it is or fewer.
And they need to be more careful with the basketballs. Too many unforced errors. And forced errors, frankly.
Yeah. Here's Crable working against Purdy. Out for Cy Thomas. No good and no rebound either.
Well, that is how you want that to work, though. You had him as a wide-open shooter.
Williams slips to the floor. Josiah Thompson finds himself open but does not score. Hertig rebounds.
Good job there.
Dunback, this is a 3v2 for the Cards. Schneider along the baseline draws a foul, team's third. Now, are they saying that's a shooting foul? They are, so Schneider to the line where he's 4 of 4. It's a third foul against Josiah Thompson. The Cards would not hate to see the back of him.
That is absolutely something that Cash is good at, driving at these really talented players and getting them into trouble.
Josiah Thompson will be replaced by Jeremiah Thompson. Schneider gets the second to go. He's 5 of 6 in the game. Cards still within 8. Just got to start putting up some good defensive moments here, which Schneider will do as he gets the board. Connects with Hertig under some pressure from Williams. Out for Thomas, who's unfortunately not been very effective from 3, where he can be very dangerous. Foul on the floor is the team's 4th already. And is that going to be a 4th against number 1? It is. Trayvon Gillum, the freshman. He's got 12 points in this game and 4 fouls.
And it's something we talked about, getting these key players in trouble, getting them on the bench.
And so he gets replaced by Josiah Thompson, who just left after committing his 3rd foul. Dunback. Thomas working against Mays, goes up and was defended well there, stopped from getting the opportunity to get off a comfortable shot. The possession goes empty for the Cards. They can't afford that with the score where it is. And Cy Thomas will take that one away. 1v3 for him. He goes himself and is absolutely denied by Williams. Cards gotta capitalize on any time that the Phoenix don't score right now. Just a lot of work to be done. And they will again force an empty possession. They've got to score. They will not, though. It's given away once again. Cards maybe being a little too hasty right now, which is working for them on the defensive side, but not in the attacking half. Bounce pass to Jeremiah Thompson. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Mays for the 3, no good. Purdy, though, rebounds. He goes up, and that one he is able to get to as the shot clock goes off, but it hit the board, and eventually they score. That was a bit chaotic, but it's, in the end, a 10-point lead for Atchison, who call a timeout.
I think they're just trying to pad their rebound stats there.
Do you want to throw in anything more here, or should we go to a quick break with the timeout? All right, we'll go to a 30-second timeout.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grasp, gets it away, Moore's down the middle, and he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Back out of the Atchison timeout. They have a 10-point lead. It's interesting, Kevin. Things, I would say, have not been going very well for the Cards here, but it's still right there for them. A 10-point lead, not great, but in the third quarter, that is easily something they could overcome. But it feels like it could be worse at this point, and they've got to, you don't want it to feel that way, but you can also appreciate that it's not as bad as maybe it could be if they can start making some progress back here. Maybe through Schneider, who will get his team into the bonus with 3 minutes to go.
That is his magical power right there, is to draw fouls. He has been doing it consistently all afternoon.
Cards are without Crable. He's on the bench. They've got Julian Otis out there in his spot. And now Keelan Duncan will check in for Caden Dunback.
The key for Eudora at this point is going to be consistency. They need to get a point or two every time they're down court, and they need to stop Atchison occasionally.
Schneider up to 15 points. 7 of those points have come from the line. Kelly able to get it out to Josiah Thompson. Now Jeremiah Thompson. Zadron Mays back for Josiah Thompson. And that goes through the hands of Kelly. The tallest player on their roster. Sort of been the story of his day, though. Not really able to put it to much use.
He has had a little bit of ball handling issues. If they get it to him low, he's a decent shooter. He just needs to get his hands on the rock and keep it protected.
And that's a big, costly travel there.
That is. Once again, with those opportunities, where they held them scoreless and needed to capitalize, and they haven't.
Those moments have been there for the Cards.
Constantly.
Plenty in this period, and they have not taken them. If they were just getting the occasional layup, I think this game could easily be tied. Which it has been tied at six occasions during this game. Schneider trying to get a big chunk out of it. And Duncan with a fantastic rebound. Almost gave it away, but they hold on to it. Julian Otis can't get that one, and now Kelly is able to get up and bring it down.
Thought he had that one.
Cards needed one of those to go. That would have been huge for momentum. Instead, it feels like the momentum is reluctantly staying with the Phoenix. It doesn't want to be with them, but it is there. Thomas, good body control, but couldn't finish. And then is that a foul? There it is against Hurtig. That'll be costly. It's his maybe fourth, at least it's his third. It's his fourth. We haven't really seen as much from Hurtig in this third quarter, or even the second quarter, as much as we did in the first, where he was the Cardinals' leading scorer at that time. Now he's third most on the team. But he was really leading the charge at the start of this game. Oh, Duncan swipes it and scores. That's big.
Give me 4 more of those.
Got the double team pressure. This is what I was saying with the momentum reluctantly staying with the Phoenix. They are not playing great, but they are playing well enough, and the Cardinals are really just not. They're not where they want to be right now, and it's giving opportunities to the Phoenix that they shouldn't have.
And Kelly has come into his own the last couple times down court, has scored the last 2 trips down.
Schneider going back to the line. I presume he'll at least make one of these, but that's right where the Cardinals have been, down by 8 to 10. They have not been able to get any closer than that in this third quarter.
4th foul on number 22.
That's Cale Williams, the 6'2 senior. Landon Adler-Rooney will take the place of Hunter Hurtig. He may have a very important role to play with Hurtig in foul trouble. Crable also readies to enter. He'll take the spot of Duncan.
I'd be really intrigued to see if they could bring, is it Lewis Carter in?
Carter Lewis, yeah.
Carter Lewis, and try to dominate the low post.
Under a minute to go before the fourth. This third period has not gone the way of the Cardinals or how they would have liked. Their defense has created opportunities that their offense has not taken. Jeremiah Thompson, 10 on the shot clock. They're playing it cool, but they're going to have to get a shot off here very soon. Mays with no space goes for it, no good. And the buzzer will sound. The Cards will get the inbound. Landon Adler-Rooney will take it. And the Cards will undo the personnel changes they just made at the free throw line. put Hertig and Duncan back in. Looks like Thomas wants this to be the last shot here, just to not have to give anything more away to Atchison.
Well, if that's going to do that, then they need to capitalize. They've got to find a way to get something on the board.
They will not, and there will be a chance to maybe get something up here, but they will not. And it will be a 9-point lead for the Phoenix as we go to the fourth quarter. The Cards with work to do as we get to the conclusion of this championship game.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
All right, so here for the start of the fourth quarter. 8 minutes is all that is left on the clock for the Cards to try and make this comeback happen. It's certainly possible if they can capitalize from what their defense has been doing.
Right, I think they diagnosed the issue, right? They needed the defense to step up. It has. They need to take more three-point attempts. They have. They went 0 for 5 on three-pointers in that quarter. They went 0 for 5 or 1 for 5 in the first half. So they've upped their velocity, but not improved their accuracy.
A great start there. The reigning MVP tucks that one away. He's up to 12 points. Cards just got to keep scoring. It can be 2 points at a time, even 1 point at a time. They just need to keep putting up points.
And maintain the aggressive D.
Because look, they keep getting the ball back.
They do.
They're doing great
now
work.
Protect it, get it into the hoop.
This is so possible for them. And that just makes it so that if it doesn't happen, it would really hurt.
Cage is doing a great job setting screens up top.
Oh, Thomas can't convert that one from the free throw line.
Come on, Cash. All right, good.
And that one, was it kicked out at there? Did Adler Rooney pop a foot out at it? No, they're not calling a foul here. It's just going to be an inbound for the Phoenix. Phoenix not going to rush things.
The clock is their friend.
That one through the hands of Kelly. Not the first or second time we've said that today.
Well, and that was absolutely whipped at him. It's something with a little more touch he probably could have handled.
Credit to the good Cardinals defense, which has just been not complimented in this second half. That'll be a shooting foul for Cy Thomas.
That's Purdy's third or fourth.
They call it on 5. That's Javante Kelly.
Okay. That should have, in my reckoning, I imagine that could have been on Purdy. Would have been preferable for Eudora.
And Thomas misses that one. Even one, though, would be progress. They've just got to keep chipping away. They will get one. Thomas up to 13 points. They're back within 6, which they trailed by at halftime. Purdy, though, going to try and get it back to 8, and he will. That's really right where it's been, about 8 to 10 points. And that's, 6 is a lot more doable very quickly. 8 is a lot that you're going to have to do well. Otis, deep 3, gets it. They needed that desperately. His first points.
All right, defense, time to step up. Maybe a tactical foul, but whatever it is, don't let him score easily.
Certainly just not a 3. That's going to be what Thompson goes for. It won't be what he gets. And a foul there on the floor against the Cards. I think Otis is hit with that one, and Kelly went down hard.
Wow.
Kelly is not feeling good.
I hope he's okay. Got his legs wiped out a little bit there. I don't think that was intentional at all. Certainly unfortunate for Kelly. Big guys can come down hard.
They're going to keep him out there, it looks like. Now they've got a trainer going and checking on him. Not a bad idea to at least take him out for a second. Oh, are they going to leave him out there?
No.
Let's see. Yeah, looks like he's set to carry on.
Interesting.
So a Phoenix inbound here. They're up by 5, 5:40 to go in this championship game. And
wow.
Adler Rooney got hit with a foul. Was it?
Yeah, Kelly moved in aggressive, and it could have gone either way, frankly.
Yeah, that's LAR's first foul in this game. And it allows the Phoenix, if nothing else, to just take more time away. And they will not score on this possession. This defense for the Cards keeps doing enough. And the offense do the same. That'll be a foul on the floor. Second team foul. That's Zadron Mays' third. They will take out he and Kelly for Gillum and Williams. And if I'm remembering correctly, both Gillum and Williams are on 4 fouls.
I believe so. And that should be a focal point.
Here's Julian Otis. Thomas trying to put the handles on, finds Crable. Dumped out for Otis. And Schneider able to just hold on. Under all kinds of pressure, Coach Cleveland calls a timeout. All right, it feels like they're doing better than the third, certainly.
They're making progress. It's a 5-point gap.
Can they keep this up, though? I mean, the Phoenix have been really just empty on offense for a while here. Is the rate that they're at sustainable, or do they need to pick it up a little more?
I think that Eudora can keep going. They need to keep being physical, keep the ball moving, protect the rock. Right? They've too many unforced errors, too many turnovers. If they can keep it safe, get it down court, get decent scoring opportunities, the defense has been standing up.
It's really just down to the offense. And that's sort of what I'm asking with, if they can keep up the pace. Like, do they need to try and force the threes or anything like that, or can they keep it where it's been at?
Frankly, I would have Cage shoot more. He gets the ball down low, but he's not an aggressive shooter.
Yeah.
He'd rather dish. Sometimes that works if Cash is cutting, but he needs to be willing to go up hard to the board, take the contact, make the 2, draw the 3rd.
It was similar for Errol Seaman, whose role he's playing the same on this team. That Seaman didn't really want to shoot, but there's the occasional game where it was the right time for him, and he could rack up. He could get into double digits if he was really going for it. And we could see maybe if Craig is comfortable to try and play that way for the final 5 minutes. This feels like the type of game where we could easily see overtime.
That would be cool.
Here is Crable.
Oh, great inbound opportunity that was let go.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Cards got to move quickly. Thomas with the whole left side open for him, but could not get a lane to the basket. Put into space for Josiah Thompson, who scores. A lot of work gets undone every time Atchison scores. And what was the whistle for there? Is there a foul there away?
An illegal screen on Cage.
Yeah, that's on Cage Crable, and it takes away a 3 there. That is costly.
Yeah, it is.
Gives the ball away and negates a 3.
Only his first. I would not be taking him out. Make that young man earn 3 or 4 more fouls before I pulled him off the court.
And a huge 3 there. It's not a dagger, but it could be something that we look back on as maybe being something that just made it unsurmountable for the Cards. And a travel there on Thomas. He does not like it. Things just only slightly, but things are falling apart to a degree for the Cards. It's still right there for him. Even now, they could overcome this 10 points. It's certainly possible, but it's just, things are just not clicking for them right now. And now Thomas may be getting a little frustrated.
Well, as was Coach Cleveland, very animated on the sideline, trying to get the young men engaged in a full court press.
It's 4 team fouls against Eudora now. Space. Gillum can't get it. Adler Rooney with a nice rebound, almost gave it away, but able to find Schneider, who connects with Otis. Back to Cash Schneider, into the paint, shoots, and he will go to the line as Purdy commits a foul.
Foul on Purdy this second. Schneider at the line.
Hard to imagine that's Yogi Purdy's only his second foul. I thought he had 2 pretty quickly in the game.
Well, there was that one earlier that you thought was against him that got called against
Actually, that's happened
Kelly.
at least twice.
Yeah.
1 to Kelly and 1 to 22 were fouls that were reassigned that could have been Purdy's.
They get the rebound through Hertig, who goes out to Thomas. They need this. They will not get it. Still loose, though. They get it back to him. Here's Cash Schneider. He falls, but it goes through the legs of Purdy. Otis for 3. They get that! And now they're going to call for the injured player. Schneider's holding his elbow.
That could be a costly loss if he's out of this game for good.
But it's a huge moment there for the Cards. They fought for everything to hold on to the ball, and Otis drains the 3.
He's been trying all day.
They're back within 6 again. It is doable, but can they get it done?
They need just enough defense right now.
Oh, and that's a costly and
Really?
one. Sends the Phoenix into the bonus. And again, every time they score, so much work undone for the Cards.
With the naked eye, I didn't see how that was a foul.
Still haven't thrown it up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, the only contact the players had was literally at the foot level. The shooter's foot kicked out into the defender.
And the Phoenix again call a timeout. They like to do that after getting crucial baskets. Williams up to 5 points in the game with that. It's getting into they're sort of running out of time. It's still, it is so right there, and especially with the way that the play is going. The Phoenix are not playing well, and the Cardinals defensively are. It is just their offense is just not there right now.
Sometimes they've had their most effective defense in their offensive half. So as the full court press, as the Phoenix is bringing it up, they've turned them over at midcourt or earlier, and if they can capitalize on those, score, turn them over, score, get those 4 or 5 points quickly, it's a different game.
When we were in the early in this quarter or late in the previous quarter, you said, I said, the 2s would be fine. I think at this point they need at least one more 3, which is just dangerous because they really haven't been there for him today, even though that is normally a strong weapon for this Cardinals team. But they need Schneider, Otis, Thomas to drain one right now, and then they need to build on that.
And Schneider's still on the bench. I imagine he's going to be out for the balance of the game, still holding his arm. So this is going to rely on Otis or on side to see if they can make the difference.
Time is also a massive factor at this point in the game. They won't get that 3, nor do they get the rebound. That is big at this point. If Atchison were to put up a couple more points, it could feel like you reach a point of no return.
It'll get to the part where they foul every time Atchison touches the ball, which is a less entertaining version of the game.
Oh, and they will give it away, so there is still a lifeline for the Cards, and Dunback can hold on to it against Purdy in the corner for Cy Thomas. Goes all the way across to Hurtig. Can he get the 3? No. Running out of time here. Thomas trying to get a foul, and it'll be an and 1. He was trying to get that foul off on the floor, but the officials let it go, and it creates a big moment for the Phoenix.
And kind of like a wide receiver in football, he had that change of pace, quick and slow, then the quick dash to the hoop that just threw the defenders off balance.
Schneider will check back in despite not looking at 100%. He crashed into the stanchion for the basket over here on the Cardinals offensive side. And the Phoenix grabbed the rebound. It's going to just allow them to eat more time.
Last 2 minutes of the game.
At this point, 11 points. It still could be done for the Cards, but not with the ball in the other team's hands. Hurtig has it under his feet, but it'll be bobbled around to Josiah Thompson. Purdy getting in on the effort. Cards not electing to foul here. They want to try and take it away through play, which they have been good at. Jeremiah Thompson pulls up no good. Cards got to move quickly. They try to. Here's Otis. Goes for 3. Oh, no good. That has just been the way it's gone for the Cards. The defense gets it done, and the offense cannot.
And the foul on Dunback, that's pretty high in his total.
Yeah, he's got 4. Meanwhile, Schneider off your screen right now. There he is. He's walking around, definitely playing through something right now to try and give an effort for his team at the end of this game.
And I certainly appreciate that. Great players play through the pain.
There'll be a question, though, of what does the rest of the season look like for the Cards? They would hate to be without him. That basket celebrated very emphatically by the bench because they know that at this point, this feels like they are creating too big of a deficit for the Cards to overcome.
Yeah, 12 points is a large gap with the amount of time remaining.
And I think that one, making it 13 so that even by way of the 3-point ball, I think that's too much now for the Cards, but they're going to put up whatever effort they can here. Otis goes for the 3, gets it. So Coach Cleveland calls a timeout. Cards are going to do their darndest here.
All right, now they need to run an intense full court press, one man deep on the opposing free throw line for the long ball pass, but they have to turn them over in their offensive half to have a chance to score immediately.
The issue, though, is the Phoenix will have no rush to shoot at all or even pass. And so what would you think of the Cardinals trying to foul?
Well, I mean, they are in the bonus, so they immediately take it down court. You're going to save clock if you do that. I would say guard the inbound. If it may be one more pass and then instantly foul, and we'll see how that goes. And I'm sure that Coach Addison is telling his boys the exact thing to expect.
This feels like, though, when you get to the point of a football game where it's like you need to score, 2-point conversion, onside kick, score, 2-point conversion. It feels like there's a lot to be done for the Cards here.
It is. We're not in a one-possession game here.
Yeah.
A lot would have to happen to fall Eudora's way. But it has been a wonderfully entertaining match and a worthy championship game. We'll see if they can do something here on the inbound to get some quick points.
And on the Atchison side of things, it is revenge for them for last year, losing the championship game to the Cards, who do steal it.
There it is.
Otis again for 3. Won't get it, but the loose ball taken by Purdy. And is that a foul on Hurtig? I think might be the end of his day. No, it's against Dunback. That's the end of his day.
That's the end of his day.
And it does send Purdy up to the line. Man, the first steps there had gone for the Cards.
Absolutely.
They got their onside kick, but they could not convert on the 3 from Otis. Alex Gonzalez will go in for the fouled out Caden Dunback.
And he'll have some fouls to give, so I imagine that they may make him the point man for fouling on the inbounds. And I think Atchison has their best free throw shooters in the game right now, knowing that's likely how this game is going to continue.
Very confident in the game for Atchison.
This should be a rapid movement up court.
Oh, and miscommunication there. Gonzalez was in the corner. Schneider took it away from him. He says, my bad. Cardinals look like they are going to keep trying their hardest here rather than let this final minute run out, but I don't know how much of a difference it will make at the end. And Thomas will get a reaching foul there.
Fouls on Thomas, his 4th. 5th, correction, his 5th.
That's a second Eudora player that has fouled out of the game.
Oh yeah, it's Cy Thomas's day done. So that means if there are going to be, the equivalent of these 8 points onside kicks, it's going to be Julian Otis or maybe Cash Schneider, but I don't know how comfortable he is to shoot. Lincoln Vota out there for the Cards.
Zero Thompson into the game for Atchison.
So
47 seconds to go.
Phoenix have hit for 70. And Otis does drain that 3.
All right, put the pressure on the inbound. And yeah, that's not the guy to foul.
I think that's Hurtig's day done too, as he immediately makes his way to the bench.
Fouls on Hurtig, his 5th.
3 players done for the Cards. Jay Noble will go out there.
Hurtig, line shooting 2.
Coaches love going deep in their bench in the last minute of the game. This is not how they hope to do it.
Purdy hits for 20 with that one.
And a solid chunk of those have been from the free throw line.
7 thus far, yeah. Well, it's going to be a bitter pill to swallow for the Cards, but it's the same pill that they gave to the Phoenix last year. Getting it back from them. They will finish second in this tournament. Otis, my goodness. The Cardinals would have loved this earlier when their defense was clicking. Gonzalez will be hit with the foul, which should send Kelly to the line. Was this a technical foul?
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otis is going to the line. We've got a tech against Zadron Mays right at the end of this game. Otis continuing to fire. He's got 16 points.
Well, and you know, even if Eudora loses, it won't be by 29 points as the loss that they handed on to Atchison last year.
Well, this is interesting. I mean, it's quite a dream here. But
8 points in 21.5 seconds.
Getting those 2 points, starting with the ball. The biggest thing I love to see that they're still trying.
Absolutely.
They have not resigned to see the last minute tick off in this game. Otis especially so, but that one will not go. So that is certainly going to be the end of this one, as the Cards do finally let this one just end. And Kelly will dunk that one to end the game. It'll be a 10-point win for the Phoenix. They are the champions. The reigning champions do not defend their title. They are runner-ups here in the Tonganoxie Invitational. The Atchison Phoenix remain undefeated. And I think that the Cards, even though they had a great showing in this game, I do think that they can feel proud enough to have gotten to this championship point, to have put up a great fight. There's a lot to carry out of this tournament into the rest of the season, but unfortunately, they will not carry the trophy with them as they did last year. We will stick around for the awards, see who makes the team of the tournament, as 69-79 is the final. Is that right? 69-79? No, 64, sorry. 64-74. Keep you in here to see who makes all tourney.
We'd like to congratulate all the teams on a great tournament, and especially these two teams in the championship game at the 68th Annual Tonganoxie Invitational.
Shooting numbers are surprisingly similar.
First, we'll recognize all members of this year's all-tournament team. If you are present, please come down and receive your medal. All-tournament team for the boys' side of the tournament. Lachlan McRae from Tonganoxie. Michael Changa from Wichita North.
So they're listing out the full team here after they finish the championship game.
Adam Lees from Metro Academy. AJ Clark from Leavenworth. Adrian Brantley from Leavenworth. This year's most inspirational player was Rivani Cheatham from Leavenworth. And now for teams that were just playing in this game. All tournament team honors go to Cy Thomas from Eudora. Cash Schneider from Eudora. From Atchison, Josiah Thomas from Eudora. And Trayvon Gillum from Atchison. Both ways. And we'd like to recognize most valuable player, 68th Annual Tonganoxie Invitational Tournament. Great tournament all around, great game tonight. Yogi Purdy from Atchison. And congratulations, Eudora Cardinals, second place team in the tournament. Great job, gentlemen. And our tournament champions, the Atchison Phoenix. Congratulations, gentlemen. Great tournament.
All right, so just to reiterate there for the Cards, Cy Thomas and Cash Schneider make the all-tournament team for the second place finishers here in this edition of the Tongi Invitational. We will have a truncated pregame here because Tonganoxie crew need to get in here for the 7:30 game. So we will just go through this one pretty quickly. Cy Thomas put up 14, Hurtig with 9, Duncan with 6, Otis with 17, Cash Schneider with 17, and Crable with a couple. It's an interesting one here, but we'll get out of the way of the Tongi crew. But Kevin, it was there for the Cards. It didn't happen for them today. I think their offense is going to be really disappointed they couldn't convert in the end, but it was a solid showing, and in a season that's been rough for them, this really was a great tournament on the whole to even get to this point.
I think very much so, yeah. A couple of really important wins they were able to put together. If you look at the statistics, it's just a little bit of everything. A little bit of the free throws, a little bit of the three-point, a little bit of the field goals, and that's where they fell behind in the championship game. But they showed themselves well. They stayed in it the whole match.
Yeah, the defense was there for the Cards, absolutely, which isn't necessarily something that's always can be said about them. It was the shooting that let them down. That is not common for them, but just wasn't there today. But it's a great tournament. The fact that we even were in the championship game has been great. And the Cards, I think, will be looking forward to next year to come back here to Tonganoxie. They finished second. The girls finished third. A good finish here at the Tongi Invitational. I want to thank you so much for tuning in over the last couple of days. Stay warm, stay safe, go Cardinals, and have a good weekend.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports.